more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my third second chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open enough just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and It's you and we go back and forth every time, waiting for one of us to cross the line. You got me and I got you, and we got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open enough just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and It's you and
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Sorry for being a little yellow. It's so yellow. Okay. Yeah, dude, I'm still pale. I can't fix that. How y'all doing, though? Boys, sorry for being late, but I had a lot going on when it comes to, well, 915 updates were pretty fun to read. Really diving into it and nerding out on it was a lot of fun. Also got my rogue fully stacked up. We got the Corsair research. We got 252 item level conduits for our outlaw rogue stacked head to toe. So we are done with our grind altogether. Savannah's still not dead. Plenty of time to still do it. I am so excited. Boys, 915 the juice, dude. It is actually looking so good, Chrysler. My God. I am excited to see what class changes there are. Boys, if you guys got ideas of what you hope to see for class changes, put them down in the Discord. I actually want to read what you guys would want to see. I seriously write down a full report, what you're interested in, because I'm actually going to be putting my own wish list together. And I want to see some of your guys' suggestions. I'm going to be playing some alts this week and like really just thinking about what would I want to see from some of these classes that I play day in and day out. I already have a couple ideas, but I want to see what you guys have, man. Because some ideas you guys might have been on the ball, honestly, about what could be changed, what could be better. BM Hunter nerf and we were good for real, dude. Just in PvP because they're kind of slacking in PvE. I actually was messing around with my BM just now. Maybe put up a video on it in the near future. The consistent damage is just owning. I mean, the burst is kind of whatever, but the consistent damage just pumps. They just don't get up. They don't have breaks. They're just constantly pushing you over. Like, yeah, you can pop a defensive, but as soon as that's gone, that's it. Your health is back to melting point. How you boys all doing though? Welcome back to another stream. We got ourselves the duels for the day, boys. Actually, let me change the quality of this song. There we go. There we go, boys. 5v5 1v1 duels back on the menu for this evening. Hopefully EU is ready to play some games. How y'all doing? We got a chat. Chris, we got ourselves Bijou Fab. I'm his. We got ourselves Chrysler, Cred the Beautiful, Archie, Zdoro, Mojdruk, Seb, Nick, Lewis. We got ourselves Darker, Snowco, Jorgen, Taxi. How y'all doing? Welcome back, boys, to the wonderful day of the dueling arena. Boys, that's a fun today, yeah? That's a fun duels, man. As soon as 915 stuff is available, yo, I won't even be against doing some. If we got some major significant changes in the 915, I'm not against doing some duels over on the PTR, dude. Once it is available next week, by the looks of it. Yo, we're gonna have to have, I think, a separate stream. Look at that, dude. Separate stream looking at some of this stuff. Yo. Can I bring this up somehow? Yeah. Dude, I've seen this message floating around of Quick, which is Mike Ybarra, which is the new like co-owner of co-CEO of Blizzard, doing campaign multiple times for the Covenant stuff. Conduit energy, Covenant swap restrictions, AoE cap. Dude, I feel like I feel like people are giving Ybarra or Quick a little bit too much. They're quick to jump to give him credit. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know if that man is actually legit, like hands down responsible for all these changes. I'm pretty sure he's had a little bit of a pull in the good direction that we're heading into 915. But damn, dude, you know what I mean? What's up? What's up, Fluke? I do my man. I did down. Let's go some duels below. Let's go, boys. We got us Anto with a 5 out of 5 group. Sentry with 3 out of 5. We just need another one with a good skill, man. Is it good with 915 changes? Well, let's wait until those changes are implemented, right? Let's wait until those changes are actually implemented and live, because there's a lot of questions we have. Like swapping covenants. Are we going to be able to swap them like swapping a talent? Right? Bam. Now you're a Venthier. Bam. Now you're a Kyrian. Is it going to be that easy? Sorry about that, boys. I had a tickle in my throat. Sentry's ready? Answer's ready? Alright, let's get Sentry and Answer. Jesus also on standby. Let's get you in here as well, boys. Yo, this song blows. Am I the only one who thinks that? That song, just something about that little brrr sound. I hated it. Is it just me? And Sentry. This song, on the other hand, is a different story, dude. Huge fan. I have a feeling you have to go to Orbis to swap, but who knows? You know, even Orbis swap might not be that bad. Because when I think about it, like, oh, raid night. Okay, let me go to Orbos. Let me hit up the auction house. Make sure I get my consumables. Swap out gear at the bank. Stop by the Covenant guys and swap my Covenant. I feel like it'd be fine. Oh, I want a PvP? Okay, let me go swap to the right Covenant. Oh, let's do Mythic Pluses? Okay, what are we missing, guys? We don't have a Necrolord for the group? Let me go hit up the Orbos, guys. But also, I'll go drop my key a couple points, too. It'll be one of those things you'll just do on the way. I think it'll be fine. It'll be better than the current system will wait in 2 weeks anyway. But yeah, maybe they should do like some kind of like... You know how your character swaps specs? You like go and rub your hands together and there's sparks? Like switching specs? I feel like it should be like this, right? A whole window... Choose which covenant you decide to represent or channel your anima towards. Your character stands there, rubs hands together, bam, and you switch covenant. That'll be, I think that'll be fine by itself. That by itself will be fine. Alrighty, boys, let's get some duels up and ready for the day. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with N2 and Christ Bad. It's been a while since we've seen this bad boy in here, but he's back. Also, so is Taxi. Sticking with Affliction Guns. Wolf as a BM and Crom Gone as a Frost, a DK. Looking out for the first person to fight, but looks like Team 2 didn't quite figure out who's going to be first. It's going to be Talon Rice, though. First up, Paladin. With a Night Fae. Wait a second. Night Fae Paladin. Got the Blessing of Summer. Huge. Oh! Oh my god. Chrome Gone just smacked him across the... Didn't even give him a global opportunity to even come back. What was that hit? The Night Fae! He just set up his blessing, dude. He just got a buff. And just melted. I don't know what happened. Crom, though, just slapping the Paladin out of the game. Yo, that Paladin needs another game, dude. Talon Rice, my guy, you gotta go again some point. You gotta play again. We can't end it like that, dude. We can't end it there. No way. He gonna be up next as an enhanced with Shamancement. Got himself the big win for your setup. Gonna be Crom with a big old stun onto Archie, as well as the Earth Elemental just bowing out of there completely. And that's going to be a big defensive out for Crom, hoping to deal with the damage that Artie got set up. That's still a sentence available for Artie. Shackles and Malediction. Can Crom stop the Shackles? No AMS available. Doesn't want to go for a death back. Chain of Ice onto the Earth Elemental. Chain of Ice onto the Shaman as well. Just trying to wait out until he either has cooldowns defensively or offensively. Quick stun onto Artie. And Crom sprinting out of there, bailing out with Warlock Health and Chain of Ice on his bed. Big Flesh Cut is available. Should be able to get himself full Flesh Cut. Short interrupt towards the tail end of that by Artie, though. And Crom should be able to get himself some damage in. Silence onto Archie, going for the big chopper damage. Archie needs himself a heal. Wall is available, finally able to use the mana. He might have to spend all the mana just to maintain versus the raw strength of Crom gone. Crom walking away as Pillar Frost ends an Archie charging in, Venthyr Burst, ready to go, big haze buff. Got himself a massive setup with Static Killing Totem, but Crom is just gonna walk out of with AMS. Big chain of ice on Archie. As Crom recovered a little bit of health, you'd use a Lich Burner to channel some death cores into his own health bar. Trick out of Archie as he goes for a stun. Big Ascendance, hoping to maybe one-shot Crom, gone and turn around. Crom got himself Runic Weapon Empowerment in order to be able to get a lot of Runic power for Death Strikes. Death Pact is getting used right now in order to give himself just a boost of health, even though he can't really heal through it. Big Slapping Hand is available, hoping to turn the Slapping Hand into Offensive Burst. Massive heal by Archie, though, as an enhancement Shaman, even though that heal got nerfed a while ago. Still, massive healing for him with Wolves being out. Crom stunning everybody. And Crom, not a lot of health left. Archie had that Chain Harvest. Just harvested him out. Now he's just continued to inhale his soul after. Oh my god. Look at Crom's body. He's so tiny now. He just got drained. Just sucked out his soul. My god. The back and forth of these duels is so fun to watch, boys. Quick Succubus CC onto Archie Orc. He knows the Kreisbat is his main contender, but the Succubus, she do be looking kind of thick, though. You know, she do be kind of distracting him, though. As Kreisbat trying to get some damage back to Archie, going to be interrupted on fire for the time being. Greater. Actually, was that a grounding totem? I don't think it was a grounding totem. Kreisbat just decided to focus on the totem with flags, which was interesting. Infernal coming down as Kreisbat is stuck in the chain link fence with Archie. A Static Link totem was down, keeping him in place. And looks like Kreisbat is trying to take that situation into a good one, trying to maximize the damage while the Inferno is still up. Looks like Archie is going to walk away from the bond, the fell bonds. Quick stun interrupt on that stun, but a Chaosbolt is going to fly free for Kreisbat. Archie is not in a good spot, not super a lot of health. Another Chaosbolt is midair. Is it going to get Archie down? Oh! Kreisbat did pop off cooldowns towards the tail end, making sure that Chaosbolt is as empowered as it can be. Reed Speed is up next as an arms warrior. Looks like he's just kind of charging towards Kreisbat. Succubus CC prevented him from going any further. Kreisbat trying to get himself a better setup. Looks like he wants to take the lower position under the bridge and just kind of max out the damage towards Reed Speed. Flesh Cut absorbing the Cataclysm as well as the Bonds of Fel. And Kreisbat got a little bit of mobility after that port to keep himself moving. Big banners up for Reed Speed. Mortal Chicken side of it. Kreisbat has nowhere really to go. Does he have any more mobility out of this? Wall is up for Fear Reed Speed. Going to be a quick blaze storm as he's just trying to see if he might be able to get counter aggressive with Reed Speed. Looks like the arms warrior is just chopping right through that wall. Normal wall available for Kreisbat. Looking to get a stun. Does he get interrupted? No pummel used out of Reed Speed. I think that's going to be executed down as Reed Speed just got so much damage. Big leap. Kreisbat with a port. Keep himself alive. Drain live. That's going to be Stone Bolt. Drinking out of Kreisbat. Does he have a Mortal Coil? Looks like Reflector's up for Reed Speed and just chops him in half just with that charge alone. Wolf up next on Team 1. Also a Necrolord. Necrolord Beastmaster Hunter. Big damage. Death Chakram is out. Reed Speed might want to go for another Flesh Cut. That's going to be Shackles of Malediction. Put him in a really bad spot. Gonna go for as much of healing as he can. Quick charge towards Wolf. Roots him for a moment. Look like Reed Speed wants to get himself some line of sight to maybe get a Flesh Cap. Stormbolt onto Wolf. Going for that Flesh Cap. Looks like he's going to be able to do almost full version of it. Wolf is able to disengage around the corner, interrupt it as soon as he can. And Wolf so far has himself, I think, a pretty good position. Wolf might be able to get the flush cut before Reed Speed, but Reed Speed, he got damage. If anything, this boy got damage. And if Wolf cannot deal with the damage, he is a hunter, so the kiting and the traps should be enough in order to keep him rolling here. But we'll have to wait and see. Big leap with the reflectors up. Wolf does not drop down a freezing trap just yet. Quick feint death as he gets storm bolted. It looks like Reed Speed is going to be chopping him up. Turtle Shell getting used really early. Wolf actually going for a revive pet. I didn't realize Reed Speed decided to take the pet down. Freezing trap onto Reed Speed. No way to reflect it or to get out of it at the moment. And looks like he's going to be a-okay for the time being. With a quick flash grab by Wolf. And Reed Speed is looking like he actually... Wait, did Reed Speed just gain a flash cut back up, or did he have the same flash cut from before? I'm actually... Did he already have the flash cut? I just spaced out for a second. He still holds up to the marble. Look at that, dude. Banners up for Reed Speed. Stunned, going to be a trick for him. Has Reflect. No way to deal with the freezing trap as soon as Reflect is gone. That's going to be that chimeric poison, reducing the amount of effectiveness he has from that silence into a healing reduction, damage reduction. Reed Speed looking for a bit of a reset. Does he have flash cut back up? He's going to go for a ignore pain at the very least. While he's behind the pillar, he's able to recover a lot of health due to second wind. So he's actually in an okay spot for now. So he's doing all right for at least the time being. Wolf got himself the good position up above. Stormbolt by Reed Speed has him to reflect maybe a little early. So now Wolf knows not to freeze and trap him just yet. Going to be Warbreaker up. Reed Speed getting big value out of that charge. Parry up for the damage from the pets as well as the hunter, reducing it quite significantly. And is able to just chop up Wolf. That's going to be freezing trap since he used that to reflect a little early. Wolf knew that he could go for freezing trap with no issues whatsoever. Reed Speed looking to get himself line of sight. Got himself kinetic shot. I think it's a flush cup in the works. That is a flush cup. Wolf's trying to see if he can stop it. Cannot stop the flush cup. That's a pretty massive shield for Reed Speed with a kinetic shot, giving him more health to work with. Trick it out of Wolf as he gets storm bolted. Trying to turn the damage around, but needs to break through a shield one way or another. Chimeric poison to reduce the damage Reed Speed has for Wolf for a time being. Trying to see if he can turn the attention onto the pets, but he's not really doing much damage to the pets. It looks like Warbreaker still goes through. Did Warbreaker hit Wolf, or is he just focusing on pets at this point? Because it looks like it might just be focusing on the pets completely. Looks like he's going to be chopping up one of the T-Rexes. Freezing trap under Reed Speed, no trinket. Wolf is able to get a freezer trap into a revive pet. So Lace is able to maintain his pets, having to revive them quite a bit. And I think for Reed Speed, that is going to be a victory rush too. Big Blade Storm as Wolf unable to really escape the Warrior Cook fear. And looks like the pets, even though they're undead, they do get feared. I thought undeads normally get feared. Reflectors up for Reed Speed. Wolf knows he cannot freeze the trap just yet. He's actually super low health. Could be bad. Banners up. It's your freeze the trap. Does prevent it. Flash count, and Reed Speed does have a trick and back up very, very soon. Does Wolf go for a full camo? I don't think he's able to go for a full camo. He's at least able to get a good heal on his pets, and the leash that he gets from these pets is going to give a bit of a heal. Warbreaker is up for Reed Speed. Looking to end the duel right here. Feint death for Wolf. Not a lot of health left. Big executes, and down he goes, and Reed Speed taking him out. Oh my goodness, boys. Look at this guy. His Tagsy is going to be up next as an Affliction Warlock. Oh my goodness. Big charge by Reed Speed. Tagsy already going for the Death Pact. That's going to be a quick port for the Affliction Warlock. It's going to shatter his dots or contagion his dots. I guess to hopefully give him a little bit extra Valium to make him pop more. Does he have flesh cup? No more flesh cup, but he does have dots. It looks like there was Tagsy unholy contagioning his dots, making him check 33% more often, or either 33% faster or 30% more often. I think it's 33% more often. I think the duration is still the same. Quick Stormbolt by Reed Speed. Looking to catch up Tagsy. That's going to be tricking out of the Affliction Warlock with big haze bows. UA getting set up. Reed Speed getting dotted up fully. Just Blade storming through with us all as a Dark Lair comes out to play. Tagsy making sure to bail the hell out. Going for the port. Just letting the dots rod Reed Speed out. And Reed Speed not in a good spot. Unless he can go for big committing shout. Flesh Cup. He might be in a bad spot. I don't know if Tagsy has an interrupt. Does this Warlock have an interrupt? He does have the interrupt. But Reed Speed still got the shield off. Tagsy's to burn through a shield before Reed Speed starts recovering health, and there goes the Warrior ticking upwards, trying to go for a Shatter Throw, but the stun comes out for Tagsy. Shatter Throw still goes through him, busting through Tagsy's shield completely. Does he have a port? Fear onto Reed Speed. Fear trickens out, reflects that fear back at Tagsy. Executes coming through. Does he have the leap? Catches up. Mortal Coil meets him head on, and a Drain Life is up for Tagsy. Not the strongest Drain Life, but he is able to at least do it. Tagsy, is he out of options? Trying to see if he might be able to at least walk away from read speed, but the banner is up. The warrior ain't going anywhere, and he does end up slamming him down with Anto as the last one left. Parrying out for read speed, still had a bit of a remnants of that banner, still holding on to that banner. Big mastery up for him. So that's a lot of damage to put up into a reflect available for read speed with a little bit of the ignore pain rolling as well. As Anto tossing in the judgment. Stormbolt by read speed. Does he go for a charge? It looks like maybe read speed wants to wait out and take as little damage from the Anto. Maybe even potentially wait up until he has flesh guy back up. Shrink it out of the Hodge. Read speed could be in a bad spot. Anto just got big damage ready for him. Read speed not in a good spot. Big leap. Does he escape here? One hammer could be done. It looks like that hammer does end up knocking him out of the park. And Roxy is up next. It might be the last one to go versus Anto. Getting those shadow strikes in, big kidney shot to follow. Answer with that bubble. And Roxy looks like gonna go for a bit of a reset. What kind of mog is that? Oh, he's got like the Venthyr pieces. He's got some, I don't even know what kind of pants those are. Shoulders are interesting. He's got like an all over set. Interesting, interesting. Sap into Anto. And Roxy is looking for a bit of a reset. Cheap shot, kidney shot. Maybe Cloaking Shadow is up for Roxy in case there's a Hodge. Looks like he just wants to go for as much damage as Answer and done. Yo, read speed just came in, dude. Was he really 3 kills only? It felt like it was maybe more than that. Look at the healing and arms warrior was doing. Literally more healing than anybody else with that second wind. Actually crazy, dude. Actually crazy. Insane. What an insane man he is, dude. Actually crazy. Alright, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Who's got the next group? Are we gonna get Jesus in? Yo, boy, what's good? What's up? I'm sure I did my guy who won. The Warrior of the Warlock. Warrior won that one. Everyone needs a player alliance side. Yo, Doctor, more than welcome to my guy. I think, Answer. No, wait, no. I think both of them were Horges now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a alliance group somewhere. We could maybe get one up and running. I can't help through his shields. His build is so good. Dude, those shields are nutty. That big old commanding shout into Fleshcraft, into Ignore Pain. I mean, it's shields offset by shields, and you just can just sit there forever. Actually crazy. It's better to be a favorite world boss, world Dune, or Elite Nazmir's Oldazar. It might be, yeah. That pet, I believe, is a leech pet with a bloodlust effect, but is it? I think it has a mortal strike effect, so it's like Thok if you played Siege of Orgrimmar. It's like the Thok, the T-Rex guy, the big T-Rex pet. You know what I mean? How to kill a Necro Warrior? Wait for dampening to die extra hard. You could do that. You could do that. Or you just play Necro Warrior as well. You know what I mean? What's up, Bad? How you doing, my guy? You gonna make a group, my dude? What are we looking at? 50, 60? How many of this have we done? 70, 80, 70 something. It's like 71 maybe? 72. Ooh. Okay. Do we throw Sentry versus Answer or I mean, Sentry versus Jesus or Answer versus Jesus? Which one of those do you throw in? Which one of those guys do you yeet in there? Which team didn't get a full chance to play? Was it Sentry's team that didn't get a chance to play? Because I think that was his team that had read speed. Let's go Jesus and Sentry next. And we'll get Answer versus, I guess, Jesus afterwards. Let's do that, because Sentry, I think, had one more guy that didn't get to play, while Answer's team did get a chance to play. Answer, we'll have you on standby, and we'll queue you into the next person. How does that sound, my guy? Ken? Yeah. Might be. And Victor rushes? I guess so, yeah. He does kill those pets, so he's getting Victor rushes in there, isn't he? Second win, Necrolord combo. It is so good. I love it. It's so good. Just love it to watch, especially with Shoutcasting. What's up, Morgan? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Hey, Dal, I'm not sure what kind of a pet to play with my Survival 100 and plus Ferocity or more defensive ones. I would go for Ferocity. Have a Ferocity pet for the lust, but I think as a hunter, you should definitely get yourself a pet with the endurance pet, because it'll give you more stamina. So, like, mechanically, like if there's AoE mechanics going out, you might live, and the healer might not hate you because hunters are squishy, you constantly die. It's just not like a your problem, it's like a hunter problem. They just are known to be really, really squishy out of all the classes in the game. So getting endurance pet and getting a lust pet, because endurance pet can give you survivability with extra stamina, but also that survival of the fittest ability. 30% DR is nothing to sneeze at. It's really, really good. I would recommend something like that. As for like what pet and types, I don't really know, honestly. Twitch. We got ourselves team 1 missing somebody, but looks at Jesus. It's going to be first up on that team. We also got KYB. We got a Slender Phrase and Toffee Boy. Double Shadow Priest. It looks like Jesus playing out to the human as a female human. Something we don't really see Jesus play all that often. Talon Rice, Night Fae Paladin, trying to make the big blessings work. Jesus popping off IBF, trying to see if you can live the damage out of Talon Rice. We'll see how that goes, dude. Night Fae Paladin. That blessing ability is really not bad. Like when it's getting procs, it's really not bad damage-wise. I feel like it's really underrated. But I wonder with 915 changes, I wonder if that's going to change. You know what I mean? Maybe more people trying out wacky, weird things, more likely to, because the commitment to Covenant is a little, you know, it's a commitment and a half. Jesus walking away from Talon Rice for the time being, though. Shield of It is up for the Pala. I don't know if Talon Rice, what are the buffs that you get? So you get the chance for holy damage, then it's cooldown reduction, then I think it's chance for frost damage, so that's cooldown reduction. That's a blessing of autumn. So you actually might be able to if he can play it perfect as a paladin, he had cooldown reduction, he got extra procs for damage, he got extra self-healing, so essentially he could have those buffs that would let him live long enough. Lichborn onto Jesus, and that's going to be Wake of Ashes stunning him, because as Lichborn, you're treated as an undead, because Death Call is able to heal you, but Lichborn is a free stun for Talon Rise, which is actually pretty good for him. And Zuni, we also got Zuni on team 1 as well. But looks like Jesus is surviving Talon Risk quite well. Fleshcraft cancels it a little early, which is super unfortunate for Jesus. He's going to get himself an AMS just in case. Talon Rise just charges in as Talon Rise preps yet another blessing of winter, which is a chance at frost damage, not a lot, but also reducing the enemy's casting speed and attack speed, which is going to affect Jesus. When you're not talking about killing machine procs outside of his cooldowns, he's just not going to get as many auto attacks. So in a sense, you are dampening a good portion of his damage. He just needs to take the time to stack up. But for Talon Rice, it's a good idea just to press a blessing, just so you can get into the next blessing, which is going to be a self-heal blessing. So like what, 20% more healing and 10% more healing taken, which is pretty nuts together when you think about it. Big Hodge by the Paula, going for the big wings damage on Jesus. That's going to be a little bit of a spell ward and trying to keep himself so a little bit of protection against all the holy damage. Talon Rise stunned up as Jesus finally maybe able to get some damage rolling of his own. Has cooldowns if he wants to. Talon Rise is going to bail out of there. Being Night Fae as slow as a paladin as he can be, that Night Fae mobility can be kind of nice. Well, pony up with a hand of freedom. And the Pally's able to catch up, just chopping up right through Jesus. Gonna be the big helping hand. Burst is available. Silence onto Talon Rice. Has a bubble if he needs to use it, if he wants to. And Talon Rice needs to just make sure they're alive and healthy. Maybe Bubble right here does get a bubble out of him. Flash of lights are up. And Talon Rice does get the blessing of spring, which is gonna give him 20% more healing and 10% more healing taken. Big Dragon is up. I don't know if Jesus is running the Dragon Stun or not, but he's gonna go for a sacrifice on his pet. And Talon just tried to generate as much holy power as they could, but Jesus nowhere to be found, dude. That's the most mobile Frost DK I've ever seen. This man just spams up the chain of ice, making sure there's stuns in between, making sure that he's mobile than a Pala, even though those two are basically both what would be described as wheelchair classes for the mobility that they have. Let's get the next song in, dude. I'm not a fan of that one. Actually, let's swap to the duels mix. Because I feel like these songs are going to be good in parts, but let's get to the good old, you know what I mean? Big interrupt on Jesus. I think he was trying to channel Fleshcraft. Interesting. So far, Jesus has not really got himself a good Fleshcraft off. The first Fleshcraft we saw, besides the one at the start of the arena, he kind of counts on himself. Second one being stunned up. Could be really bad. Talon Rise looks like they are prepping themselves to go for the full burst, potentially with the blessing of summer. So far, Jesus has been very survivable as a Frost Death, and so far he's been able to survive him just fine. It looks like it's going to be a bit of slow by Jesus onto Talon Rise. Hand of Freedom is up for the Paladin, looking to get some damage in. Going to be stunned by Jesus. Talon Rise could potentially pop a defensive. Blessing protection coming out. Jesus does not have a way to really remove it at the time being. Trying to go for a silence on Talon Rise, at least prevent some of the healing. And Talon Rice needs to go for big damage at some point or another. Blessing of Summer is activated. 30%, 40% chance to do 30% more damage as Holy. Hodge onto Jesus is going to IBF out of it. Got himself plenty of defense to at least outsend his stun. Talon Rice walking out of there for a second, just waiting out until the anti-magic zone is down before they comes down with a big, massive hammer slams. Big damage onto Jesus. Does hit limit. Big Death Strikes coming down for the Death Knight though, with a blessing, with a Battle Master Streak and go for a Death Bag just to give himself as much health to work with. Talon still with a few seconds remaining of the wings. It looks like Jesus was able to at least survive the damage of Talon Rise. If anything Jesus is able to do, he's able to get a bit of damage once everything is lined up. But surviving Talon Rise so far, he's been able to do quite a bit of it. Mostly just through movement alone. Just go for a death advance, just sprinting gingerly away from Talon Rise. Make it shoot Chain of Ice spam them until the pony's out, until the Hand of Freedom is out, until they got nothing left. But we are hitting the 5-minute mark. Eventually, he should probably go in. No bubble, no bob for Talon Rise. She'll avenge herself very, very soon. No wings to worry about. So Jesus could probably go for the big slammer jammer one-shot. And there goes the flesh captain. He's just waiting until he has himself a little bit extra health to work with, a little bit extra safety. Playing it as safe as he can, really. I think there's also a little bit of lag for both these Russian boys. I think there's a little bit of lag for both of them. Just even a little bit, because they do look like there's a little bit of jittering going on. But Jesus charging in. Talon Rise doesn't want to give him anything at all. Looks like Jesus got to switch it around. Talon Rise got a bubble available very, very soon. So might be able to leverage that in order to survive the burst with Jesus, or maybe go counter-aggressive. Just use that immunity to get maximum value. Also could be using the Blessing of Autumn, which does give him cooldown reduction, so he does wings, the bubble, and even Blessing of Protection could be gotten back quicker. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea if he wants to go for a long haul. WTF dude, he's just running. Now he's the one running. Maybe they're both just waiting out until higher dampening? It looked like Jesus was ready to go and had cooldowns ready. But maybe just waiting while Talon Rise did not have a bubble. Chain of Ice up immediately. Talon tried to see if he can stay on top of Jesus as best as he can. The Hand of Freedom is up. Gonna be a big grippy head for Jesus. Trying to make some damage happen. Talon Rise nowhere to be found. Just bowed out of this. A Night Fade, dude. Just poured it out of it as Jesus had full cooldowns ready to go. Avoiding the AMS. Avoiding the full burst out of the Frost DK Necrolord. That's going to be a stun onto Talon Rise. Talon has bubble, has wings, has everything. So potentially they could go for big burst right here. But are they going to be able to be successful at it? Could go for the blessings too for cooldown reduction. There goes the Blessing of Winter. So I guess you already had the Blessing of Autumn. Jesus trinketing, human racialing out of the stun. IBFing. Wait, does IBF back up again? Jesus, it feels like these guys are basically not dealing each other until full cooldowns are back up. Talon got full wings. Maybe they can make something happen. Jesus got one big defensive available, and there it goes, the death pack. Just used it as we're hitting that 8 minutes mark. Talon used to catch up to Jesus. Still wings available. Going for the rebuke on the flash cap to try to reduce the value of it by not letting channel for full. Jesus got AMS available very, very soon. Does get the AMS. I think that was a hard shot on Talon Rise, so you might have AMS that. And Jesus needs to recover as much health as possible. I don't really know if he can. Looks like he is able to. The Death Strikes are doing work. And Jesus got himself a silence on a Talon Rise with a Pillar of Frost. Talon Rise has bubble in the nature. Is going to go for a bubble flash of light. Do they want to let Jesus get away? That is the question. Do they really want to let Jesus get away? That's going to be empowered healing with the Blessing of Spring as we're hitting that 20% damage reduction or healing reduction with dampening. Jesus burning off the Lichborn. And Talon Rise charging after him. And Jesus just doesn't want to get caught out. He doesn't want to get caught out. Oh my god, dude. Chain of Ice up for the Frost DK. Talon not stopping, dude. You just continue to charge at him. Why'd you just get mounted up, dude? Why'd you be able to mount up? You're just gonna hit him with the Chain of Ice? Get far enough away from him? Does advance use in order to keep himself moving? Talon Rise just needs just a little bit extra to catch up to him. Just a little bit extra. And looks like that pet is going to keep him in combat the whole time. 9 minutes in. Talon Rise better go before Jesus gets defenses back up. Jesus has everything offensively except for the dragon. And maybe that's what Talon Rise wants to wait it out. Maybe wait until they have big cities available themselves. Wings up very, very soon. Chain of Ice back up at Talon Rise. AMS available for Jesus very, really early. And it looks like he's not committing his cooldowns just yet. Going to sacrifice the pet as soon as he can right before it fades. Talon just trying to do what he can, dude. Trying to use the soul shape just to catch up. He's running out of mobility at this point, isn't he? Did somebody just throw something at Jesus? Was it Reed Speed that just threw an axe at him? Throw a weapon? What is going on? What is going on, dude? Why are these two least mobile classes are being the most mobile against one another? Talon with the Blessing of Summer. Go for the big damage with the wings. Jesus popping off every defensive available. WF potentially could be used here. Death Strike's keeping him alive. Death back, locked out of being able to heal. IBF and Fleshcraft is the only thing that's really keeping him afloat. Rebuke quickly by Talon. Still has a lot of bursts available. Massive hammers coming down. Does he have enough damage? Stone into Talon right. Stricken available. Looks like Talon does take Jesus out. Looks like the DK was just trying to avoid confrontation. Trying to use as much mobility as he can just to get away from Talon. That's literally all he was trying to do. He was just delaying the inevitable, as Zunix is going to be up next, playing out the Boomkin, not even walking away from Talon Rice, not even trying to create some distance. He's just going in. He just let it happen. Hodge by Talon Rice. And Zuni not shrinking. Barskin is up right now. Talon is suffering from the Fury of a Loon. She's taking a little bit of damage. Zuni getting interrupted on the Arcane, but still can cast a lot of nature spells. Going for a big damage right now. Got himself a little bit of that Eclipse damage rolling. So this Eclipse is going to empower the next few Star Surges he has, especially if he has a lot of resource for it. Has a little bit, maybe look for one Star Surge. Silence under the Talon Rice, but unable to really lock him down with that silence. Talon Rice got mobility, but that's going to be Soul Shape for Soul Shape, as Zuni is going to be able to have better mobility. That is a Druid advantage over a Paladin advantage. Just a naturally better mobility with all the power shifting going on, removing the slows and roots of any kind. Talon is kind of in a bad spot defensively, actually offensively. Defensively, they're kind of okay. Bubble back up very, very soon. But Zunika going for a big convoke. He just needs a setup. And Talon could be in a terrible spot. Root really quick on Talon Rice is going to have a head of freedom. Knocking it back for a second, but Talon's still mobile. Zuni trying to see if he might be able to get himself some more resources. But we have not yet to see this man even press convoke at once. Also, what server is what server is what server is that? Is it German? Gonna be a Shadow Meld for Zuni in a Cyclone onto Talon Rights. At least he got him in a decent spot. Are we gonna be seeing burst out of Boomy? We're at a 12-minute mark. We are at 42% dampening, so the amount of healing everybody gets is going to be very, very diminished. Hodge by Talon Rice, tricking for Zuni, knocking Talon Rice back a second, and could be a bubble out of the Paladin, unless they're feeling confident here. Looks like Shield Avenger should be able to hold him afloat. Zuni catching up with a bunch of regrowths. Looks like they actually want to go for maybe a full reset. Potentially? Maybe? I'm not really sure. Big combo coming down. Is Talon Rice going to take damage from big Star Surges? Oh my goodness, Zuni! I feel like Talon Rice, as soon as you see Convoke when you're that low of health, pressing bubble should be the first move you should ever do. G-Fun going in for the stun to Zuni, as that is a full incarnation rolling for the Druid. That's going to be Shackles of Malediction, but he does land inside Zuni for the Shackles. Could have had the full damage out of it. Looks like Zuni got a lot of damage back to G-Funk. Is G-Funk playing Night Fae? Wait a second. G-Funk went straight up Night Fae on this guy. What? Oh my god, Survival Hunter Night Fae. That isn't something we see that often anymore. Usually it's Venti or Kyrian, maybe even Necrolord. Gonna be a silence on the G-Funk. Bazuni is super low on health. He needs to find a way to catch up. Do they have any more self-healing? Regrowth, that's all he has. And at that point, G-Funk just has a good line of sight, big kill shot ready to go. Who's up next? It's gonna be one of the priests. Looks like it is gonna be Toffee Boy. I like that mask he's got going on, dude. Like the whole voodoo setup he's got going on. That's pretty good looking. G-Funk making sure to get the dots early. Stunned by Toffee with a full eruption. Does he connect with G-Funk on one of those eruptions? Looks like one of them actually hit G-Funk, trinketing for it. With a big fear by Toffee. Mind games of G-Funk with a Void Torrent to follow. G-Funk not in an amazing spot. Stun on Toffee, trinkets out immediately. Greater Fate is used for mobility just to catch up. Does he have the death from G-Funk? Death comes out, but G-Funk did go for a feint death last second. He feigned the Shadow War death. Literally feint Shadow War death. He made it look like he actually was dying. No interrupts on Toffee. Toffee wanted to make sure he could get a disperse, and I think those pets are going to be able to take G-Funk down. Yep. Does get himself one more blast at the very end. Reed speed charging now towards Toffee. Looking to get some damage in. Stormbolt onto Toffee Boy. It looks like he's going to have the execute there. There it is. Didn't take him long at all. Leatherface up next. Still playing out to that Necrolord. I love the outfit that he got going on. The red and the darks. Look at the runes in those things. Oh, it looks so good. Big stun onto Reed speed. Reed going in with a fear. Big leap. Maybe commanding shot. Maybe a flash kick behind the pillar while he's got it. I don't know if Leatherface will be able to catch up to interrupt any of this. Reed speed. Looks like he's not going for flash cup. Looks like he's just allowing his health to just regen naturally with second wind. which is probably better. Big banner is up. Does he have a Zerker range streak inside of his stun? The other face, he's going up in the air, just bouncing it from above. That's going to be reflect up for Reed Speed. Wants to go for some damage, not letting Leatherface escape just yet. Wants to get a hit on him. Disarm onto the Demon Hunter, stunned by the DH to reverse on it. Doesn't really need weapons to make some of his damage happen. Big old I-beams and fell rushes. He doesn't really need glaives to make it happen. Reed Speed popping up big defenses with commanding shout. Might want to go for a parry. Leaping away from Leatherface. Go for a flesh cut. Flesh cut down for Leatherface as well. Does not want to interrupt Reed Speed flesh cut, but he know that second wind is just going to end up helping him a ton. We're at 62% dampening. It looks like he maybe got some damage on Reed Speed. Or at least maybe prevent it. No, second wind is actually trying. Second wind is trying to heal him, but it's 69% dampening. He's barely getting healing, but he is getting healing either way. And that's going to be a flesh cut burned through pretty quickly by Leatherface at a single I-beam. Reed Speed got himself plenty of mobility with those leaves. Leatherface, though, has the Demon Hunter just need to press spacebar twice, and he is there with him. He's going to have a demon spawning in, trying to see if he gets some healing from it. Gets a very little healing at 62% damage. Darkness coming down as he's almost about to get executed. Parry up for Reed Speed. Leatherface doesn't really have anything to work with. Darkness maybe keeping him alive, but looks like Reed Speed does end up chopping him up. Actually just executing him down, dude. Oh my god, we were so high into dampening. The first duel between the DK and the Pallet took so long. And then now that we're high dampening Reed Speed, how is an arms warrior the one benefiting from dampening the highest? How is he the one benefiting from the most? Probably even healing the most in dampening too. KYB trying to see if he can catch up to Reed Speed. Reed trying to see if he might be able to get himself some sort of healing. Looks like the abomination chasing after him isn't really going to help him. Commanding shot up very, very soon. Flesh cut up also very, very soon. Maybe he can get some second wind healing out of this, as KYB is at least able to catch up on heals. Reed Speed finally able to get some ticks in there, but they're not really major. Reflect is up. Well, no avatar. That is a banner. Immediate dispersal of KYB. Can Reed Speed do damage to 60% damage reduction? Unless it's higher with the talent. Is it going to be higher with the talent? Or does the talent only add healing? I'm actually interested. I think the talent just adds healing. Maybe it makes it tankier. It looks like Reed Speed is the one back up at full health, even though KYB is the one that has heals. It's really going to come down to the use of defensives, who trinkets what first. So it's really a chess match. Reflect out for Reed Speed really early. Silence reflected back to KYB. Going to be triggered by KYB with a Stormbolt. Stun reflected back to each other. Reed Speed with that trinket. KYB with Great Fate trying to get himself a heal. Reed Speed trying to see if he might be able to pummel it. Looks like KYB is still trying to see if he can channel those heals. Going to be mind games onto Reed Speed. At least reduces how much damage KYB is taking for the time being. Warbreaker's up by the Warrior. It's going to be a big board for KYB. Reed Speed bailing out of there. And that's going to be a flash cut back up. No commanding shot with this flash cut, interestingly enough. He's not trying to make it the biggest flesh cut possible. I think he's just trying to give himself some sort of flesh cut in order to start regaining some form of health. Stormbolt on KYB, I think it's over with them. Executes. Does he have it? I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Big Void Eruption is up and Reed Speed just fights right through it. What? Talonrise get feared? Talonrise got a horn in the end. Oh my god. Well, the Paladin did a lot of damage to the DK. It's just the DK did double the healing of his... I don't know what the hell Jesus plays. Does Jesus have like some kind of like a self-heal enchant, weapon enchant? Because remember back in BFA you had a self-heal weapon enchant that actually kind of healed for a lot. Does he have like a full healing build? What is going on? Why does he survive so long, the Frost DK? I don't understand. Anyway, boys, let's get another going, yeah? My god, boys. I don't know how he survived that long. That was a long one, dude. KYB, dude, he played well. I think if KYB... why do I call him KYB? I should call him Kib. Kib. Let's call him Kib, like Kibbles. Kib, I think, would have been aight if we weren't going into super high dampening. Fair day of the week. Let's go, boys! These two playing hide and seek is just boring? Yeah, it's a little... I mean, I can't really stop them from playing how they play, right? Bead penalty. Anyone who loses the fight more than 30 seconds I have in this sports MMA at all. What? Bead penalty who special loss fight more than 30 seconds. It's have any sports. Red Speed. Wait, is that Reed Speed? Is that Reed Speed in chat? My dude. How you doing, my guy? How you doing, my mans? How you doing, my bro? Oh my god. Let's go, boys. Save that one. Let's get Anto versus Jesus. And we have Sentry available next. We'll probably go Anto and Sentry again. So these two can duel each other once more time. Hold on. Let's do this. And we'll just put Anto. Anto. XD. Here we go. Here we go, boys. With the priest supposed to suck? Well, I don't know. Priest can actually be really good. Priest and Shadow Priest in duels in PvP. Shadow Priest are a lot better than they used to be, man. They're a lot better, in my opinion. Buy a camel? Can you, what does a camel pet do even? So much mage, wonder why you need those, man. I don't see mage much. We've seen mages before. What is it? Fruity Dad. Well, we gotta wait until Fruity Dad is up. Last time Fruity Dad played, dude, you got a 1v4 easy. There's literally RP walking around for like a good 75% of the duel. Just because he was so confident. Let me crack a soda, boys. Let me crack a soda. What's up? Was your lunch? Yo, Patrick, how you doing, my man? That's pretty good, dude. Just had a sandwich. Just had a plain sandwich, you know what I mean? I kind of got up and started getting work done immediately. I should have ordered myself something, maybe. So Twitch. For Avatar, what do you come into your role for PvP? I like Vent there, but you could make whatever work, honestly. Team 1, we have ourselves Jesus back at it here again. This is literally heal God himself. KYB is a Shadow Priest on the face of the Demon Hunter. We got ourselves another Shadow Priest Toffee Boy. And Zuni versus Team 1 together with Answer. We got ourselves Christ Bad Lava Lord. That's an interesting name. Lava Lord, the Alien Shaman. Taxi gonna be first up, sacrificing his demon immediately. Look at that little observer, dude. He deflated like a balloon. That's gonna be a mortal call into Jesus immediately. This guy's name is Jesus, and he's literally Live Lord McGee. So I honestly think his name kind of fits him. Taxi ramping up his dots just to make sure that they're ticking out onto Jesus ASAP. Jesus with a fat flesh gun just to be able to absorb all that damage, but looks like finally it's breaking through. Taxi didn't use Dark Glare or anything to empower those dots either, or prolong them. And honestly, could have. Just to make those dots slap a little harder and let the Dark Glare get some free damage into the DK. And Taxi just trying to see if he can cut across, making sure he maintains the dots onto Jesus. Gonna be big grippy hand up for Jesus. It's kind of gripping everybody around in place. Taxi getting gripped yet again. Stun as he's trying to get a fear off onto the Death Knight. AMS is up, so he's immune to OCC. Wall's up for Taxi. Might be able to go for a port. Big gateway is up, and Jesus hitting him with a chain of ice. As the Death Knight has all the cooldowns available. Mortical up for Taxi. As he got himself a little bit of a drain life. Able to at least recover. Versus Jesus is able to juke out a kick out of the Death Knight. No stun by the Drake. It looks like it's going to be full dots onto the Death Knight yet again. Taxi's got the full dots. Going to be Dark Glare empowering those dots. If Taxi's able to maybe even rapture those dots to make him do more damage, it would be in a great spot. Flash Cut is up for Jesus. He actually got himself the perfect setup. He is running the spell warding talent, the PvP talent. That gives him the rune of spell warding as just an active buff, and it's 100% more effective. So every time you take damage from a magic hit, you have a chance to put up a shield that absorbs magic damage equal to 10% of your health. I think normally it's like 5% of your health, but it's like double the impact. And Jesus does get the spell wardens back to back, and if all your damage is dot damage by Taxi, then there's only so much you can do. Jesus, that spell warden does not act like an AMS at the very least, so it doesn't make him immune to CC. It just absorbs the magic damage that he goes out. Taxi getting hit with the silence as Jesus got himself some damage rolling with a Pillar of Frost. Taxi with a quick port just to get the hell out of the way. And there goes Taxi with a bit of drain life onto that pet. Jesus so far, it seems like he's only out in the open whenever he has cooldowns, whenever he is ready to play him. Outside of that, he actually just doesn't want to touch Taxi at all. He looks like he just kind of cycling defenses while behind the pillar. The dots are doing a little bit of damage. Spell Warden is going to make sure that the dots aren't getting completely mangled up onto Jesus. They're not completely rotting down all the way to the ground. Is going to sacrifice the ghoul in order to give himself a little bit extra health. I think Taxi just needs to be a bit more aggressive with his dots. Like, he has to make sure that as Jesus is walking away, make sure the dots are refreshed, and maybe even push towards Jesus to maintain those dots, never letting them fall off. Or he needs to go for some kind of a big burst setup when Jesus doesn't have any defenses whatsoever. As a Death Knight, waited until IBF is back up. AMS, he's literally waiting for every cooldown to be back up. AMS just to give himself immunity to CC. Walking a Taxi, only whenever he has immunity, the grippy hand comes out and Taxi ports out of it. So is Jesus going to do the same thing as before? Just kind of wait behind the pillar the whole time? Because I feel like Jesus has been kind of cheesing it recently. This man's been cheesing it a little bit recently on the Frost DK. He just kind of runs out whenever he has cooldowns. Otherwise, he's just like, you know what? I will play like a rogue and wait for CDs completely. Jesus get interrupted on the Flesh God. Taxi's out in the open. Got himself a big shield. Gonna be a silence, and Jesus got a bit of damage with the Pillar of Frost as well as the Empower Rune weapon. Tagsy just kind of, so watch, look at his face, just kind of staring at him. Lynchborn is up for Jesus, immune to fears for a moment. Tagsy hits him with a mortal cold. Big drain life, is able to recover a little bit of health. Actually, is he though? I think Spell Warden absorbed a lot of it. Tagsy, I think the only way he drained lives is only if he's able to hit the health bar. That'll be an interrupt juked onto by Tagsy. Jesus unable to get his cast off. More dots are up, more Spell Warden just giving him more absorb. That's going to be a big board by the Affliction Warlock. The After Warlock doesn't really like staying out in the open and just rotting the enemy down that much, even though it should be their play. I feel like if anything Blizzard do in 915, I would love to see more sustain Affliction Warlock, just the base dots doing a lot more work than like any of the other abilities. Quick Fear on to the Death Knight. Tagsy making sure all the dots are up. Going to be big haste setup. I think he's just going to go for the big all-in one-shot. Big Dark Layer is up. Huge damage potentially. Jesus with that AMS. Hopefully the dots actually went through. And the AMS isn't able to hold for long at all. Does he have the big flash cuff? Is he going to try for it? Could be an interrupt. Stunned by Tagsy. Looks like Jesus is going to go down. Melting in the anti-magic zone. He played it out super defensive. Just very, very extra defensive. It looks like that didn't end up paying him off at all. Tagsy setting up a pet so you might be able to deal with Zuni a little bit easier. Maybe go for interrupts. I think that's exactly why he's going for it. Pet to have that separate interrupt so he doesn't have to worry about his interrupt, but rather letting the pet do the interrupt instead. Because you can get those heal interrupts behind the pillar. And also the pet is able to just clean up Zuni, stealing away buffs, consuming the buffs every single time he gets any kind of HOTS or any kind of procs for that matter. Maybe even dealing with the, I guess, rejuves or anything else. Tagsy with a mortal call into Zuni, has him out in the open, perfect opportunity to get full dots up and running. Cyclone trying to come out for Zuni, should be dispelling himself at all times from the agony as much as possible. Big Kamoka's up, no stop for the pad, gonna be reflected up for Tagsy, reflecting quite a lot of damage back to Zuni. Still Sarge Surges flying, Tagsy might have to go for a wall here. He's gonna go for a Warlock Hellstone with a bit of a pour, trying to go for a fear. Interrupt comes out by Zuni, doesn't quite get the full interrupt, but the silence does come out. Quick roar by Zuni. You get some sort of CC onto Tagsy, Fear, and that's going to be Tagsy able to get another set of dots in. Zuni building up more resources. He has a full incarnation. Could be lots of damage out of the Star Surge. Tagsy better be careful. Does have the Dark Pact with the pet, and that's going to be a quick Fear onto Zuni. Should definitely try to go for as much self-healing as possible and preventing as much damage from Zuni. Just trying to mitigate the damage into the health bar as best as they can. And Tagsy at any moment could actually just go and sacrifice pet to get a second interrupt. Big silence onto Zuni. Wait, the Dark Lane doing so much damage. Oh, Tagsy actually getting a second kill in there. At the 6-minute mark of the duel, Leatherface tried to get around the corner. Not gonna have a full fleshcraft available. Looks like it just fell off as it came out in the open. Unless he still has it and it just doesn't look like he does. Which I think might be the case. Demon getting summoned up. Leatherface could eliminate it. Kind of wants to keep it out in the open because sacrificing and eating the Demon Soul, consuming it is like 25% of your health, but dampening is going to be quite reduced. But it's still quite a lot. And 20% damage increase for the time being. Quick Mortal Call is trying to go for a fear. That's going to be Tagsy with full haste set up, ready to go and everything. Going to be a bit of drain on the Kevin Slime though. I don't know if you meant to drain the Kevin Slime. Maybe you did, just to give himself a little bit extra health. He's going to pull the pet back before the Dark Lair. Oh, the pet is dead. Wait, does Leatherface get the buff from the consuming the Demon Soul then? He just killed the main pet of Tagsy, unless he just sacrificed it. Actually, he might have sacrificed Tagsy with a big shield. Leatherface has himself an extra demon to sacrifice if he ever needs that health. Slime shield is up on him, not breaking that fear for a moment. Drain life up for Tagsy, is going to get an interrupt onto Leatherface on the I-beam. But that is a full metamorphosis available for Leatherface if he wants to use it. If he ever wants to use it. Tags is still somehow alive. It is going to rapture his dots, so the dots are going to tick more often onto Leatherface. Needs to maybe get himself another defensive rolling. Maybe he needs to probably think about setting up a flash cap in the future. Getting real lucky with his demons though. They're just getting a feast. That ability with the fodder to the flame, it's really a feast or famine. Sometimes you just get lots of demon procs, so you could always have someone to sacrifice for health, and sometimes you don't. And looks like Leatherface is going to sacrifice the Infernal. Interrupt on Tagsy. Is he way out? It's going to be Shackles Malediction onto Leatherface. Wait, can he turn around? Going to be a quick shot of Meld by Leatherface. Quick spell runs through Tagsy as he goes for a flesh cap. Leatherface knocking down the first competitor over on the team 2. It looks like Chrysbed is going to be up next from one Warlock into the next. Leatherface getting hit with a second to see from around the corner. And Chrysbed should maybe be able to do something here. Definitely got himself Bonds of Fell Cataclysm, quick imprisoned by Leatherface. Looks like he wants to turn the attention onto the pet. And the pet tried to see if he might follow it out of the Bonds of Fell, maybe walk him out of there. Kreisberg got himself a decent setup with a full soul dot, soul rod, everything to go. Trying to see if he can land a fear. He's in a bit of a tight spot right now, as Leatherface not really giving him a lot of breathing room. And Leatherface always has someone to hit. I got an extra demon to hit. So Kreisberg might be looking maybe at potentially in the future resummoning that demon, recasting it. More to call, get it set. As Kreisberg goes for a fear, does he go for the burst? Looks like he has Leatherface in a decent spot. Bonzafell is up with the Cataclysm to follow. Does Leatherface chase? Or does he just press the defensive? Looks like Metamorphosis to immune the Bonzafell. Big board available for the Warlock though. Leatherface recovering with so much gap closed that quickly. Still has a lot of defenses available. I-beam is up, going to be a trinket for the Warlock as he bails out of there. Lots of mobility. Even though you can cover all those gaps and close them, the Warlock is just way too mobile. Chaos Bolt and Shadow Fury. Does he have enough trinket for it immediately? And that's going to be a blur out for Leatherface, looking to just carve out the soul of the demon, maybe get himself a bit of a heal, hoping that maybe attacking the demon might be able to proc him his own demon. Stun quickly onto Kreisberg. The pet should be pretty low in health. Might be able to take down the Succubus, as that thing is actually trying to go for a Succubus Seduce onto Leatherface. Quick Mortal Coil into a fear. And the Succubus is still alive. I don't even know how, but somehow it still is alive. Leatherface does end up proccing the Bonzafell, not in a good spot at all. Does he get away? Kreisberg hits him with a conflagration from a mile away. Just enough to take him out though. Toffee Boy charging in is going to be Succubus slowing down immediately. And Kreisberg needs himself a bit of maybe cooldown. So what is he looking like actually? Mortal Coil. Looks like he actually didn't have to commit any cooldowns into Leatherface at all. He just kind of kited him out, got a couple of good Chaos Bolts in, really just whittled him down. And Leatherface had all that luck proccing versus Taxi. So many demons spawning in, not a single demon versus Kreisbad. Just something about the Affliction versus Destruction. If you only just got it versus Destro, I think he would have been in a great spot. Toffee looks like he's going to walk out of the Bonzafell, meeting a Cataclysm on the other side, taking a lot of damage here. And Kreisbad is able to get a lot of instant cast damage, a lot of instant cast pressure in the opener. 37% dampening, stun around the corner as Kreisbad just continues to put down burrs. Greater Fade out for Toffee, looking to maybe get a fear. Does activate a PI as well as a Vampiric Embrace, so potentially has a lot of damage ready for Toffee. Or for Kreisbad. Gonna be a fear onto Toffee. Silence under Kreisbad, and maybe Toffee able to get some damage in there. The soul shape letting him use the animal form and the blink, even though silenced. Has that always been a normal thing? If you get silenced, I know if you get interrupted, you can do soul shape. But silence, I didn't really know about that one. Into a second CC by Kreisbad. Looks like maybe he's setting up another Bonzafell. I'm surprised he doesn't go for like a big old Chaos Bolt. But maybe he just doesn't have the resources. Toffee just walking to the Bonzafell, just letting the damage stick, trying to go for a bit of healing. Kreisbad setting up a big old Soul Rod. Stun, reverse onto Kreisbad. Toffee is sticking down quite a bit though. Mind games onto Kreisbad. And the Kreisbad's dots are going to end up healing Toffee just a little bit. Just a little bit of healing. But only up until a certain cap. Quick fear onto the Warlock. Also fears the pet away. Big Void Torrent as the silence comes out onto Kreisbad. But looks like he's not really taking that much damage from the silence. Banished onto the Shadow Fiend as Toffee trying to make some damage happen. Looks like Kreisbad resummoning a pet and goes for an interrupt. It's going to be Chain of Shackle Malediction onto Kreisbad. Has a Chaos Bolt lined out for Toffee. Does he have maybe a second one? Toffee is super low in health. Disperse comes out before the Kreisbad. If only this is where he had the Shackles of Malediction. Would have been able to completely eliminate any kind of healing Toffee has. But the Priest is actually left with not a lot of cooldowns. Unless he can wait maybe 20 seconds or so, he might be able to have something to work with. Bonzafell walks him out with a Mortal Coil into an interrupt as Toffee trying to make some reverse damage back to Kreisbad. Just use a couple more globals. The Priest is basically alive just by a hair of it. It's going to be that Shadow Melt into a silence before the Cataclysm gets him out. And Toffee at least able to catch up on a couple Shadow Melts as we're on 49% dampening. Reflect out for Kreisbad. Toffee just trying to make the Void Eruptions do as much work as they can. Kept up with Kreisbad pretty well, but looks like just couldn't line up the damage. As Kreisbad did pour it out of there pretty quickly. Toffee had PI. He had also not Diffuse Magic. Vampiric Embrace. I was actually thinking that he would take that Vamp Embrace and maybe just start damaging the pet. But if 52% dampening, not a lot you can really do. KYB, last one left over on Team 1 as Team 2, which is basically Team Warlocks, because they're the ones literally got to play. Team Warlocks are just hanging in there for the time being. At least for now, dude. Only the Warlocks got to play. Lava Lord never even got to play. Poor Lava Lord, honestly. Bonza follows up. KYB taking a lot of damage in that opener by Kreisbad. It looks like the KYB, though, is playing the self-heal legendary Cataclysm around the corner with an Infernal. It's going to keep him warm behind the pillar as we are at pretty high dampening. KYB might want to disperse this really, really early as his full cooldowns on Kreisbad. It looks like he just lets his fade just get closed in. He just let it happen at the very end there. Taxi actually had a lot of damage there for Affy, dude. Actually had so much damage. But then again, when you're healing as much as Jesus was, I guess you will end up doing damage just naturally, alright? I guess you'll end up doing damage either way. Oh my god, boys. Alrighty, let's get another one here. Pelor? Yo, Crippers, you're in, my man? Yo, Crippers, my dude! Yo, Pelor, what do you play nowadays? Because I don't know, I can't do the name Pelor. I don't have the Russian Cyrillic letters to be able to queue properly. How you doing, my guy? Let me look you up real quick. I'm gonna look you up what character you're on. Ah, man, nice one. Hell yeah, dude. Felt kind of bad, my old guildmate. Yeah, you're good, my dude. You're good. You just gotta give him 1-2 either way. You know, you gotta give him 1-2, 1-2. Yo, man, what up, dude? Let's throw you versus Sentry, yeah? Dalaran, thanks for providing such quality content so frequently. Let's see some content creators stick with it and bring it entertainment. Yo, what's up, Extreme? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. As long as you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourselves, that's all I care about, man. I do the very best that I can. You know what I mean? That one used to be an AWC caster. Dude, I would love to AWC cast. That'd be awesome. Jesus, please. What's up, Benji? How you doing, my guy? How do you join? So we have our LFG group if you guys want to join them. But this today is Friday, so Friday duels are EU, Saturday duels are NA. So Saturday NA duels are tomorrow. But if you go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, top number 5 in the search and hit enter. Alliance and Horde, you'll see some groups. Tagsy and Cries are looking for a group right now, so if you go and join them, you're more than welcome to them. There'll be Alliance and Horde groups. I think so far it's only been, it's been one Alliance group with Jesus. Jesus has the Alliance group. Yeah, but also you can check the chat. It's written at the top of the chat, pinned above. Crippers. Crippers would be, I think, below all the English letters. Fame Monster X, that's what it is. I forgot about that. Spectator match. Are you not like a paladin? That's a monk. Fame Monster X and Sentry. Hopefully that works pretty well. Kreiser, took over Answers group. Sounds good, my guy. Sounds good, my dude. So I'll put you up here. And we'll try to queue you guys, like, I guess, different people. So we got to separate Jesus and we got to separate Kreiser. I think we got to get Crippers into more than one person to play. So we might just do, like, Pelor and maybe Kreiser. And then Jesus versus Sentry again. I think those two dueled each other already, yeah. What a mustache, man. I love it. It adds 5% crit. The mustache, at least 5%. You know what I mean? Well, even though they nerf Fire Mage and unpleasant raids, at least they can still burn down new class in 3 seconds. Dude, they're still really... Fire Mages are actually not that bad at M+. Like, if somebody tells you Fire Mages are bad at M+, like, they're an S tier class in M+ either way. They might not be amazing in raids, but they're still really up there. Sorry, Q now? Okay. Here we go. Now it should be good. Yeah, Fire Mages are far from bad. Like, even in the Sanctum of Domination, they're doing pretty well. They're doing just fine as a DPS spec. Like, I think our Frost and Arcane were the preferable specs that were doing really good in damage-wise. This damage profile is really good for them. But Fire isn't bad. It's actually been doing kind of okay in some of the fights. So, like, some people pretend, like, Fire Mages all of a sudden went from, like, the top of the top mage to, like, the worst spec in the game. Far from it. They're just kind of mid-tier now in rating. They're still pretty good in them+. If a spec is 1% behind the other spec, it obviously sucks. Yeah, it's basically what it comes down to. It's like, oh, now it's 5% behind the other two. Awful. Garbage. Never play it ever again. But no, it's far from bad. It's far from bad. It just didn't see as many people because I guess the meta shifted and the popularity shifted as well too. That is something to remember. The popularity has shifted a little. Did I save it? I think I did. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty. Twitch. Got us a team one together with Fame Monster X. Look at that orc mog, dude. Look at that orc. You're a Necrolord. I like it. We got G-Funk on the team together with Lord Farquaad, as it has a shaman Taiki Zawa, as well as Kimbala. I think her Russian name is Kimbala versus Arhi. First up versus a Feral Druid as a Necrolord busted through the totem ASAP. Thorns is up onto Kimbala. Quick Thunderbar Arhi. Only committed Ghost Rose for this burst. There goes the Ascendance. Got himself lots of big damage ready to go. Trinkets out of that Aurora. Kimbala got himself lots of self heals. I do wonder if Kimbala is playing that cheesy Barkskin self heal legendary. I do wonder. Kimbala is also playing something different that we normally don't see for Pharaohs. The renewal. Normally Pharaohs play, Druids, they end up playing a, what is it, Feral Leap, Feral Lunge? Wild Lunge, Wild Leap? Basically gives you like in Feral, like a way for you to leap behind the enemy. A quick bear charge. A quick disengage in Boomy form. Wild Charge, I think is what it's called. Except for Boomy, it's kind of like opposite direction, as it's more of a disengage. But instead he's playing Renewal, which is actually going to give him lots of self-healing, especially if he's in bear form. Arhi, though, got himself plenty of damage rolling. There goes the totem back up. Is Kimbala going to focus on totem? Looks like he's not going anywhere. He's just fighting Arhi. He's going to get himself booped as he's trying to run away. Big damage on Kimbala. He's got to wall this off. Maybe some healing available for Kimbala? Hasn't used a heal just yet. Maybe he has something in the works. Barskin is up. And he's not running the Barskin tank legendary. Otherwise, he would have had a free healing. Big damage out of Arhi. Still just continued to pummel as Kimbala has nowhere to go but sit in bear form. Maybe quick maim. Quick maim onto Arhi. Not following up with a Cyclone or anything, though. Just trying to go for Flash Cut. Quick interrupt by Arhi into a Thunder as he's trying to go for Cyclone. Probably should have used those in the opposite order. Probably should have went for Cyclone first. And if Arhi interrupts it, then he can go bear form into Fleshcraft. As Arhi tried to see if he can teleport over to Kimbala. Gonna be quick restyle by the Druid. So the Druid is gonna be kinda okay for a bit. Arhi though got wolves back up. No Ascendance for about 2 minutes it looks like. But he should be a-okay for the most part. It is a Feral Druid versus an Enhancement Shaman. So generally it's a very, very uncertain matchup for the Shaman. But the Ghost Rolls are at least going to give him lots of Maelstrom. As long as he can go for the Purges on the Thorns, he'll be okay. Kimbala not playing the Convoke or anything, so the damage is going to be very not, I guess, predictable. You won't really be able to easily counter the damage, like when you see a Feral glowing blue as a Kyrian. Oh, big damage, stop it immediately with a stun or something. Or Convoke, interrupt it really quickly. Instead, it's just constant ticking damage whenever the Swarm is on you. Those dots are amped, so you better have something for it. It's more of a sustain, a slow drain playstyle that has a bit of burst when you go frenzy, because there's just a lot of bleeds. And they're just ticking really quickly, and it's just still really, really scary. It looks like Kimbala might be able to go for something like that. Again, Arhi does have a wall, so if he's able to maybe pre-wall any kind of stunts, I guess you could trinket it. But he's doing A-okay for now. So far, he's been able to just kind of tussle with the Druid as best as he can. Does get himself heals here and there. Quick main, but Kimbala looks like he's got himself full dots ready to go for Arhi. And this is where Arhi's patience and defensives are going to get tested, because he got to make sure he's building himself Maelstrom. He got himself the wall. Can he heal through the damage that's going out? And he's got to be patient until he has himself a next big go, and then turn around to Kimbala. The Druid going for a bit of a reset. It looks like maybe a re-stealth is going to be in order. Or he has Ghosts available very, very. So it looks like so far he hasn't let the Feral catch a re-stealth at all. There it goes. Is he going to be able to get himself full opener back up? Tackage Fear is available. Has himself the Feral Frenzy back up very, very soon. Going to be potentially stunned out of Arhi. Does not a stun. Is Kimbala going to trinket it? Barskin is the only thing that's up. Cyclone trying to come out. Arhi does go for an interrupt. Kimbala could go for a Fleshcraft. Does he go for it? Maybe a Fleshcraft right now. Does he just Fleshcraft through the burst here? Arhi got himself a little bit of health. Trying to see if he can bust him with the Fleshcraft. Cannot do it. The Fleshcraft is too strong with 20% DR. Getting that another interrupt onto Kimbala though. It looks like the shield isn't going to hold on for long. Arhi with big damage. Onto Kimbala trying to legend bolt up at the end. Oh my god. Did he just BM him? Did he just get BM'd? Oh no. He did end up taking him out, but he almost thought, you know what, I'll just BM him with a quick lightning bolt. He just made a baby mode too. Just sucked out his soul, made a big baby mode. Oh my god. Takizawa is going to be up next as a Shadow Priest. Arhi though, man, interrupted Takizawa and Shadow really early on as it's charging across. The standing Ghost will there for a little bit. Sunder, does he get the stun? Looks like he does get the stun. Cleaning the PI of Takizawa. That's a pretty big offensive cooldown to just remove, just like that. Good Sunder and the stun totem. Actually very well played by Archie. Got himself a big haste buff, which is going to turn to big Versa or crit buff. But since he's in PvP, he's most likely going to be all Versa. Takizawa going for a fear onto Archie with a mind control. Looks like he's just going to go for a Shadow Meld and maybe a mind control. I think he's just waiting out any kind of procs that Archie might have. So Archie most likely by this point has the big, what is it, 20% extra Versa, which is massive. Big Shackles Malediction for the Shaman. Into an interrupt as Takizawa try to see if he can maybe remove the Shackles damage. Sunder as Archie actually ends up walking into the Void Eruption second time in a row. That's going to be Siphon on him. Able to still stay alive for a bit. No mind games yet. Looks like Takizawa tried to go for a big mind games into Archie, but I don't think he was able to do so. Was he? I'm wrong on that. It looks like he had it channeled up, but I don't really see Archie with the mind games to follow right afterwards. Because, yeah, he never used it. He tried to cast it, but he just never really finished it off. He was trying to see if he could use it to bait a cake, potentially. Takizawa Shadow Mending just to maintain himself a bit. That's going to be a Void Eruption, a Void Torrent onto Archie, but it didn't really seem like it did a lot of damage. But then again, Archie kind of didn't let it channel the whole time. Mind Games up. Archie going to take a bit of damage from the Mind Games. It looks like Takizawa went for a Disperse. I'm not really sure why. Maybe a bit of a misclick, but it is definitely going to be helpful for Archie because that's one less defenses to work through. Going to be a Shadow Crash, not the big Shadow Eruption, but just the Shadow Crash. Sunder onto Taki, going to trick it out of it as the fear comes out. And Archie should be okay. Big silence to Archie, but he does get the Chain Harvest as the silence comes in. Fame Monster X gonna be up next. Archie just bailing out of the Ghost form just with a big Spirit Run. Or is it Ghost Run? I'm not even sure. Is the ability to do anything? Basically, gets like a sprint. I forget what's it called. Big Let's Sweep onto Archie. Has a pre-wall for this damage. Does Fame go for the big Bonus Broom? Is that the big BDB burst? Wall is up for Archie. I think it's the first Earth Elemental up too. It looks like Archie might be able to survive this. This is a full Zoan and everything from Fame. Is he going to get himself another set of images while Zoan is up? Trying to go for Shackles and Malediction. Does Archie have an answer for it? Looks like he's maybe just going to go counter-offensive with Fame, and looks like the Necrotics from the Shackle just caught up to him way too quickly. Just did a little bit of fast damage in them. And Chokes is going to be up next. Keep forgetting that he's got a full name, and this is just a long one, so we just go with Chokes. Like when you're eating food and you breathe while you eat too quickly, but you choke, basically Chokes. That's the Chokes we were talking about. Hopefully he won't choke with this duel. Not like he choked ever. You know what I mean? We got ourselves Chokes versus Fame, still holding on to the Flesh Cup. Look at that shield. Can Monks cheese the Flesh Cup? Big trinket out of Fame as he sees the wings coming out for the Paladin. Can Monks cheese the, I guess they can kind of cheese Flesh Cup, can they? They can press wall to give him a bit more health and then Flesh Scout, but I don't think that'll be ever worth. Maybe like as a preset to the duel, if they know they're not going to need a wall at the very beginning, I could maybe see it. But they don't really do anything like Druids or Warrior Scan with their Rallying Cry, Flesh Scout, or like Druids Bear Form, Flesh Scout. And Chokes looks like he's down on offensive for a little bit. Fame Monster gets some cooldowns coming back very, very soon. Maybe it's winning a little bit. Lexip on the Chokes. BDB burst is down. Shield of Vengeance procking through really quickly. Stone onto Fame. Wait, does the Pally get to turn around? Looks like he does. Oh my goodness. I honestly thought he might be able to be okay. What? Why you got a flag of ownership like that? What do you do? He's just playing the video game. But he didn't press Karma. I guess there's that. And also Fame did not have a trinket for it, which is super, super unfortunate. I think Chokes maybe was trying to get him low and then nail him down with a stun and take him out. G-Fuck just getting the spear prodding at Chokes, at least trying to see if he can puncture through his defenses. And is able to get a bit of damage in, but the bubble does come out. And Chokes is at least able to get a bit of a reset. No more mana left for the guy. About 40 seconds left on wings. Imagine 40 minutes left. Actually, it would have been 40 minutes if it was like, what, TBC? The certain cooldowns and offensive abilities were like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I think like Warrior's Shield Wall was 30 minutes CD, which is kind of crazy to be honest. It's actually insane. G-Funk tried to see if he might be able to test him with the pallet. Trinkets out of the hammer justice and is going to disengage immediately. Harpooning after the paladin as he's trying to get behind the pillar. No hand or freedom to keep the paladin moving. Stun to follow. Has a blessing of protection if he wants to use it. G-Funk will be able to remove it very quickly. So Chokes better use blessing of protection just to reduce the damage he's taken. There goes the blessing. And then G-Funk removing it, or at least trying to see if he can remove it. And Chokes is at least able to get himself some healing. Wait, as G-Funk tried to remove the blessing of protection, he didn't remove blessing. He removed something else. So it's actually perfect for Chokes. Actually so perfect for him. Because at least he was able to use that immunity as it is. A second real immunity. Susan Chap waiting for him though. Is going to get caught in it. And G-Funk should be able to get himself a good opener. Chokes got wings back up with a Shield of Venus. G-Funk without a trinket. So if Chokes can consolidate his cooldowns, maybe get himself a good lineup, maybe get a little bit lucky. And I don't even know how that Steel Trap does not catch Chokes. As his hand of freedom trying to get the hell out of dodge. Does he go for the big go? Wings are up. Maybe make some damage happen versus G-Funk. Looks like before the Hodge comes down, the turtle shell is up, the freezing trap is up. And that wasn't even real cooldowns out of Chokes. So he had full wings available still. Stun onto the paladin. Does he survive this trick? That's available. Shield of Venus is up. Does he go for the Hydra? G-Funk, this is where he wants to do the most amount of damage. Does he have the stun to follow up? G-Funk is just walking away from him. Does he have the damage to really lock him down though? He needs a stun to really get a lockdown. G-Funk, does he have the damage to survive this? Looks like it is going to be in the court of Chokes, taking him out. Little by little with Lord Farquaad charging in as an enhanced shamansman. And there goes that Hodge. I was expecting that Hodge this whole time from onto G-Funk. But instead we got it onto Lord Farquaad as an enhanced shaman charging in. It looks like Lord Farquaad not playing the Ascendance build, so I wonder what kind of Lego he's running. Is he the guy that's running the Storm Strike Legendary? Where Maelstrom abilities reset the cooldown of your Storm Strike? Because I remember some shamans were talking about how that might be the better legendary down the line. Maybe not at the very beginning, but down the line it would just be the consistent Lego for more Storm Strikes. Because he's playing Earthen Spike too, so that's interesting. Oh, he's playing the Zappy build as a Necrolord. So he's like a Resto or Elemental Shaman main then, basically. Unless he just wants to play Enhancement as a Necrolord. Which I guess that's a way to do it. I guess that's how you do it. Got the Frost Shucks to keep the Pally slowed. Wings are up for the Paladin. Not real wings, just a proc. Lord Farquaad better be careful. Big Ellie Blast thrown at Chokes. And Chokes so far has been able to survive this. Shield of Venus available if he needs to. Wings up very, very soon. Bubble up in 10 seconds. So he's actually okay. If he can just kind of outlive this. It looks like he got the mobility versus Shaman. Paladin got more mobility than Shaman. I feel like that should never be a thing. It looks like there goes the totem. The chain link fence totem takes him out for a moment. Is going to drop down a stun totem onto Chokes as well. Shield of Venus is up. Does not have wings for a bit. So Chokes better be careful. It could be a really big burst out of that Ellie Blast out of Lord Farquaad. Because you never really know. That thing can actually crit for quite a bit of damage. Especially if you get the Earthen Spike in. That's going to just amp it even more. And that could be really, really painful. Slow totem down. Lord Farquaad try to see if he can play wall. It looks like Chokes is able to just turn it around with just a set of wings. Oh my goodness. Chokes is coming out of nowhere. Yo, Archie just lived for so long and healed for so much. Oh my god. Him and the drip played each other. They literally did more healing than damage. How? Oh my goodness, dude. That's actually crazy. Genesis Pet in Arena sucks to fight a paladin with the dead pet. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that pet got stunned, didn't it? Okay, that would explain it actually. Crazy. Alright, let's get ourselves Crippers back in, I guess, versus Chrysler. I'm looking at Sentry versus Jesus. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Let's get Crippers back in here versus Chrysler if he's ready. Yo, my guy, let me know and I'll send you in immediately. Don't have to switch your group at all. Because you haven't been here in a while. We'll just get you in. Put you to the front of the line. Get you the next one. So bursty? Very, dude. No, boy. Very, very bursty. Unlucky, dude. Actually so unlucky. Recently enrolled Shammy and was thinking which Covenant or okay for 3 specs. Currently is a Ventier, but it feels bad for Resto and Ellie. So Resto and Ellie can play Ventier just fine. But yeah, it's not super optimal. I think Nightfay is probably the best one for all 3 specs. But you could also wait until 915 changes, and then you could just basically switch to whatever Covenant you wanted. So if you really want to like play one Covenant now, and you cannot wait for 915 when they'll let you just switch Covenants, then yeah, you can just wait. +1 for Duratar, guys. Let's go, boys. Yo, Fame Monster is back. Is ready. Yo, Jesus and Sentry, we'll get you guys in immediately after this, okay? We got you guys on cue. We got you guys on standby. Get you in as soon as we can. Try to wall that burst is still 20k. Dude, Paladins are tough, Jorgen. Paladins just hits different. They just slam really, really hard. I don't know why. I don't know why. If Blizzard were to nerf him a little bit, I'd be kind of okay with it, dude. I'd be kind of okay with it. But just wait, then I just say this, yeah, dude. Honestly, might be best to wait. Unless you like, you just want to play Covenant that you have more fun with. I would just chill. I would just chill and wait, because honestly, the Venthyr, like, it doesn't feel as good as Ellie or Resto, but it's fine damage-wise. Like, numbers-wise, it's okay. It doesn't feel like it's energetic, but it's okay. And maybe 915, maybe they'll change up the Venthyr for Shaman and the other Covenants, so like the abilities feel a little bit better, right? Maybe they'll make it for Elemental that the Chain Harvest is instant. So instead of having to be like cast it, or maybe like the cast will feel more worth it, but maybe making it instant will probably be even better. A big Chain Harvest, and maybe they can tune the numbers for Ellie too. So you can maybe like hit as hard as it does for Enhance, you know? Twitch. Fame Monster team back in here again. It looks like it's going to be Chrysbad first up on that team. Chrysbad lagging! No! At least Fame is kind of giving him a little bit of a chance to come back. He sees the lag is happening. He's kind of just jabbing at him. At least he stops him with the in-cap. But is he just going to kill him right now? Looks like he's just going to take him out. Wait. Oh no! Chrysbad! No! He's just dead, boys! Oh my goodness, Fame! I thought Fame was gonna let him. I thought Fame was gonna let him play. At least maybe like reset. Looks like he's just not given a chance. Wolf is gonna be up next, trying to go for a stun onto Fame Monster X. Let's see if you might be able to avenge his friend. Chrysbad, the leader of their group, dude. I thought Fame was gonna be a little bit like, it was gonna give him a little bit more time than that. Karma, WTF? But did it burn Karma? He actually pressed Karma. Did he really press Karma? Huh? Maybe he was like, you know what? If he comes back, I want to make sure he has no way of living this. Big Karma play. Wait, I didn't know he pressed Karma. Turtle shows up for Wolf. He's just going for a bit of a reset himself. Fame Monster did use a set of images just now, or a set of Storm, Earth, and Fire, which are called images. Since Karma will come. Yeah, it's gonna be Karma, dude. That is gonna be literally Karma after a play like that. Fame Monster just Fist of Furying the pets. Wolf's trying to sneak around, maybe even get his pets a bit of a petman. Might just to make sure his pets are okay, because Fame is just really unleashing the image on those pets. Finally able to get maybe a bit of a slow one to Wolf. Stunned around the corner, and Wolf got the pets all empowered, ready to go. Big damage and Fame bowing out of there immediately. That Death Chakram is still chasing, and those Death T-Rexes are also chasing. And that's going to be Wolf not actually in, trinketing that in-cap. Chimeric Poison, silence onto Fame Monster, reducing the damage and the amount of healing he's getting. Shackles coming out for Wolf, Bonus Bruise up, Fame trying to get himself as much healing. Look at you turning the damage around onto Wolf. No more Turtle Shell anymore. Acceleration still available. And it's going to be Fame with the Defuse Magic Ring of Peace to get the pets as well as Wolf out of the way. Wolf could potentially still go for an interrupt onto this Verifies. Fame somehow still alive though. In-cap onto Wolf. No more trinket. Big defensive for Wolf. So potentially Fame could go for a full Zoen play. He might be okay. Going for that Spear Hand Strike onto Wolf to interrupt the Flash Cap, just not to give him a lot of help to work with. And Fame actually busts a Zoen out, but wait, yeah, he does bust a Zoen. I was thinking for a second, like, where did Zoen go? But it's just following Wolf. Stun onto Fame. Has a trinket for it. Does he have a wall for this? It doesn't look like he's all grayed out like he has wall rolling. It looks like he doesn't. Dude, that Death Chakram actually just chunking him out. No more Zoen. The Monk is actually out of all the offensive cooldowns. Those pets are just tearing into him, making sure there's not a lot of healing available. Flash Cut is up. Wolf does not have an interrupt for it. Does go for a Chimeric Poison. That is going to be silenced to interrupt portion of the Flash Cut. And then the next poison to reduce the damage Fame Monster has by 25%. Shackles a Malediction. Wolf is just going to keep running with that Shackle, just trying to see if he can break it with range. There's going to be a Ring of Peace. I don't know if Wolf has a Feign Death or not. Does he? Wait, Wolf could be in a really bad spot. Quick knockback onto Fame Monster X. One of the images getting trapped up with the freeze trap. Fame got himself big spin wins to win. It looks like Wolf does get taken down. Oh my goodness, the karma play just doesn't come for him at all. Big Warbreaker up for read speed. Has himself big executes ready. Charge onto Fame Monster, but he does have a port. Big Blaze for for the hit cap. Does he have the charge? He has those big executes through the Fist of Fury. And does end up taking him out. Man, I'm surprised Fame was able to live as long as he did. He actually just got away with murder on 2. He took down your boy Chrysler, who didn't even get a chance to play. He took down Wolf, who tried to avenge Chrysler. Like, that guy, you thought it was going to be a karma play on him, right? Just BM'd at the beginning. Didn't even let the boy play. But it's okay, dude. It's okay. I guess, like, if the person is going up first in these DC, like, what is he gonna do? I guess you could, like, tell somebody else's play. Lord Farquaad, though! Speaking about Lord Farquaad, didn't even get to say much about that duel. But by the time I tuned in, he's dead. Wait, Reed Speed just playing for the 2, dude. He's eating for 2. Reed Speed is eating for 2 of his team. They just couldn't quite do much against Fame Monster. And he just took him out real quickly. Not a lot of cooldowns on a monk. Makes sense. But then Enhancement Shaman. I don't even know what happened. What's up next? Is it Kimbala? Kimbala? Looks like potentially it is going to be Kimbala, but he is not charging in first. Oh, yeah, he is. He just wants to make sure he got a full flesh cap behind the back, dude. Oh, no. Jorgen, no! No, Jorgen, don't give up on Enhancement Shaman. They're so good. They are so good. You just got to try again, my guy. It's tough. It's tough out there as Enhanced. Kimbala got full cooldowns, offensively ready to go. Reed Speed shattering throw through the flash cap shield. Is he able to shatter through a lot? He busted through a shield so quickly. Potentially maybe a parry out of Reed Speed. He's getting quite a lot of big damage out of Kimbala. It looks like charging in, getting more damage in. No parry for this man. There goes the parry. It is going to be a rallying cry. Reed Speed could potentially go for flash cut behind the corner. Looks like Kimbala is backing out completely. Reed Speed got himself full flash cut with a Blade Storm chasing after Kimbala is able to keep him out in combat. And Reed Speed recovering all that health. Drinking up for Kimbala. It's not going to be enough, though. Quick bash onto Reed Speed with Shackles of Malediction. Reed Speed just leaping in around. Oh my god! Call 911! Oh my god! Jesus! You know what we need? We need to call that crew that that cleans up highways with, like, roadkill. Because this man is just a truck. Going down I-95 at 98 miles an hour, a little bit over the speed limit, but you know what? He's gonna make that delivery happen. And there's some stray on the road. Oh, big reflect back on our G-Funk, leaping out of the way. If only he had a flash cap after that leap, that would have been so pro. Hey, quick reflect. Hey, drop a trap. Okay, now I got the CC. Big reflect. But no, he's got the pet behind the pillar. Wait, yeah, he got the pet behind the pillar. Wait, the pet didn't attack Reed Speed. It actually just wouldn't attack him, and he got this big heal. He got the biggest value heal ever. What is going on? What is going on? G-Funk got plenty of damn rolling for the warrior. Reflect back up, Stormbolt. They got himself Avatar. G-Funk doesn't want to be roadkill, does he? Oh my god, look at this man. He's ready to go, dude. His arms are in the air. And it gets frozen. I love some of the poses you guys get frozen on. It looks so good. Looks so good with the incaps and freezes. I'll parry up for Reed Speed. Does he have any movement? Blade Storm to charge on the G-Funk. Try to make sure he doesn't get any kind of healing. Warbreaker comes down, but G-Funk is already in that turtle shell. Reed Speed, I don't know what his situation is with Fleshcraft. Hopefully it should be back up. Reflect on the G-Funk again. Stormbolt right after. Could have just let that Reflect sit. Looks like he just wants to end him right now. G-Funk with a feign death for a second. Trinket out of that stun. G-Funk no health at all. Trying to go for a big leap with a flanking strike, but Reed Speed got him. And Reed Speed has a fear back up. If Takezawa goes a little too close, he could just hit him with a fear. Flash cut is up. Does he have the interrupt? Looks like he doesn't go to interrupt with the silence. Reed Speed got himself full Warbreaker, full banner up. He's sporting that Necrolord banner. Void Eruption is up. Has to reflect for it. Takezawa is at no health at all. It's going to be a horrific to Reed Speed and into a stun right after Mind Games to follow. And now it's going to be a Stormbolt. Reed Speed got plenty of Mind Games on him, but you know what? He's fine just healing up Takezawa. As Takezawa got himself full PI as well as a Vamp Embrace with a Scythe. Reed Speed doesn't see none of these pets. He just sees a priest. He just sees a paper with 2 legs. A walking piece of paper with 2 legs, and he just wants to be one of the, like one of those knife commercials for knives just slicing through paper. One more execute, and the man just takes it all. The man is an avatar of death. Literally an avatar of death. Necrolord, avatar, big heals, big absorbs, big 1v5. Love watching Respeed play, dude. Just something about it. You know why? I think it's because I started out as a Necrolord on my warrior, and I've been told by a couple of guildists, a couple of dudes I know, that it's garbage, it'll never work out, it's trash, it's bad, even after like the buffs I did for it. And watching my boy Necrolording all the way, oh, it's so good. It is so good, dude. Conventional meta with spears and condemn? No, thank you. I'll pick up a banner boy with a big old Marlboro around me. I'll take that. I like that. Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love watching that. And that's what I'm hoping that we get to see some out of Blizzard, is some changes with 915 for Covenants and Conduits to make more Covenants appealing for different classes. Like Warlocks, Olmar Night Fae, literally buff the hell out of Venthyr. Make Venthyr giga good. Alright, just make it giga good. Kyrian, buff the hell out of it. Give it like 12 charges. I don't care. There's just something with it. You know, there's got to be a lot more variety out there. Unstoppable, dude. Warrior love, baby. Dude, I love it. I love it. Alright, Sentry played. Jesus played. Pelor +1 guy is new. We could go Sentry versus Pelor. I think those two just played each other recently. Pelor versus Jesus? I think Jesus and Pelor never played each other. Did they? Did Jesus and Pelor play each other? I don't think they did. I don't think Crippers and Jesus played each other. Tagsy. 4 out of 5. I guess he took over for Kreisberg. Sorry. Hopefully Kreisberg comes back on, dude. Hopefully whatever you see him. Hopefully he gets back in somehow. Great content, Alex. Cheers, mate. What's up, Raphael? How you doing, my guy? Covered that nerf Warriors. Warriors are really strong. Could they nerf him? Potentially. I don't think they should nerf their damages. I love how hard they hit. I love how hard they hit. I think that makes him dead. I like the deadliness. I think if anything, buff Fury. Buff Fury. I had to quit my guild. Ended up being Root AF when I was further on progression plugin when they were coordinated. Really, Reaper, I'm sorry to hear that, my guy. Yeah, those kind of guilds, they're not, from the guilds that I've been in, man, that's not common. Most guilds are there with like that actual trying to get work done. Most guilds are there trying to get work done, trying to get progression done. You know what I mean? Last one for me. All right, Legs, thank you so much for coming by, my dude. All the best ones are going to be on YouTube anyway, so you're not missing much. Yeah, except you're missing the carnage. Front row seats. You gotta get on videos anyway. Yeah, that one. So what's up, Pants? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. You quit? Rage quit? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Jesus is here? Okay, let's get Fame Monster and Jesus. Because I don't think those two ever dueled each other. Let's get them in, and then maybe we can do Sentry versus Tagsy after. Yeah, Reaper, it's I'm sorry to hear about the guild, man. Sorry it didn't work out all that well. I'm just gonna drop in as MM instead, no problem. Sounds good, my dude. Whatever you have more fun with, honestly. Whatever you have more fun playing. That's what's important. That's what matters most, honestly. As long as it's fun. Nothing else matters. Don't worry about the damage, don't worry about the meta. Just if you have fun with it or not. You want on Horde? There we go, boys. Looking for a +1. Switch. Hope we'll get a 4th in for Team 2, but for now, Team 1, we got ourselves Fame Monster, but we do have a side swap with I Miss Traps. We got ourselves Takizawa with Kimbala, as well as G-Funk. G-Funk, I need to know, why did you go Night Fae? Why did you go the Fae route? I mean, you probably already had a lot of renown with the Fae, and you probably just like playing Covenants until you get full renown and just swap around just for funsies. But why Fae? Is there any specific reason? Astro Man! Been a while since you see this bad boy. We got ourselves a Genna, as well as Jesus on that team with Leatherface in the back, and Toffee Boy going for a bit of a leap. Yeah, if you guys just kind of hang out by the stairs, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, if you guys just want to chill by the stairs, these guys also not sure what to do. Yeah, if you guys want to go by the stairs next to your sewer, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Just test it, yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. That's the most important fun, as long as you're having fun with it. Now, one confirmation, yo, someone in DK, gonna be videos on it, my dude. Yes, I've seen it. Me and Crane were nerding out about it earlier. 915 confirmation, dude. I'm so excited. Got ourselves Kimbala versus Genna. Gonna be first up. Necro Kitty versus Necro. Why is Genna's cat form so much bigger than Kimbala? Is it because it's the owl kitty? They're just huge in comparison. I mean, that's a pretty tiny kitty in comparison. Genna in that bear form. Looks like his bear form and cat form are pretty big, both of them, really. What is this? Genna with a wall, gonna be a bash by Kimbala. Kimbala with the shackles. Oh, breaking his own shackles before the line of sight is established. That is super unfortunate. But looks like Genna got himself plenty of pressure. Got his shackles and malediction onto Kimbala. Kimbala with a quick move just to cancel out the shackles. And the wall is up for Kimbala, but Genna is behind on health. In bear form, Frenzy Region is up, so might be able to work with it. Kimbala does play the renewal play. Potentially could also play the Frenzy Regen. Try to go for a clone, didn't quite give him. Genna super low on health as the Thorns on Kimbala. Genna better be careful with their own health. Looks like they're gonna back up immediately into a couple of regrows. Are they able to? Are they able to though? Kimbala could be a pressure. Genna stuns to Kimbala. Wait, maybe Genna still has it. Quick roar into Kimbala. That's gonna be flesh capped. Has a skull bash for it. Super unfortunate for your boy Kimbala. Big bleeds out by Kimbala, trying to make some damage happen to Genna, and is able to at least maintain his health. Both of them are extremely low. Bash onto Genna, has a trigger for it immediately. Kimbala though locked down in a maim, and looks like Genna taking him out with a moonfire at the very, very end. Fame Monster with a Ring of Peace in case Genna tries to go for it. Looks like the re-stealth is established by the Feral Druid. And Fame Monster looking to catch up to Genna. Potentially leg sweep on a... I was going to say potentially maybe lock him down. Leg sweep did come out on the Cyclone with a BDB burst down. Knows the window. Genna with the Thorns. Using the Thorns to slow down Fame Monster. Lock him out a little bit. Just walking out of there, man. Walking out of there. Flash cut is up for the Feral, getting interrupted by Fame Monster either way. Zuen is up, maybe a set of images too. Maimed by Genna, looking for the big bleeds onto Fame. Could be really bad for the Monk. Bash to follow. Fame did pop a wall there. Now they give him a little bit of a shield on top of it. The bleeds have set in. Try to see if he can turn the bleeds around. The damage around going to be a Karma. Does Fame play good Karma? I don't know if he does. I think he's all Ring of Peace. So Genna is in a bit of trouble right now. Bit of trouble unless he can get some kind of healing. Fame out of all defenses. Are the dots still rolling on himself? Shackles and addiction. Genna, is it a bad spot? Shackles are just gonna kill you. Oh my goodness. The Shackles, dude. He got the Shackles and then the Druid went line of sight. There's only so much he could do. Quick leg sweep onto Leatherface though, as Fame Monster as at no health at all. Can Leatherface just catch up and just have himself maybe an easy win? Easy kill right now. Just getting booped around with the Ring of Peace. That Ring of Peace is not moving him out at all. He just skirted around and like a rock skipping on the down the river, dude. You just want to skip the rock, just boop, boop, boop. Just has the control aerial dominance Demon Hunter. Fame does catch up with at least a flesh cap, but looks like it has been torn right to shreds pretty quickly by the Demon Hunter. And he's gonna, as soon as his flesh cap falls off, get himself a fresh new coat. Leatherface is looking for them demon procs them. He needs them demon spawns to increase his damage by 20%. That's why he's going to be able to really amp up the damage into Fame. He just needs a proc. He just needs to do as much damage as he can until he finally gets the proc. But Fame got his equipment coming up soon too. Fame got some CDs coming up very, very soon. Karma back up very, very soon. Quick leg sweep to Leatherface. Does he have the damage here? He's trying to get some working. No Zuen just yet. Leatherface just charging away from the Fist of Fury. And Leatherface better be extra careful. Not an amazing spot. Backflipping out of there for a moment. Imprisoned onto Fame. Does not sit long for at all. Leatherface might have to go for a metamorphosis here, actually. Going to be tricking with the Karma. Leatherface is going to charge out of there. Battle Master. That's going to be a Battle Master trick and open to give him a little bit extra health with darkness down as Fame. Looking to retreat. Big metamorphosis leaping him all the way across. And Fame got himself Zuen. Bone Dust Brew. He's looking to maybe end it here. Shortest stun in the world by Leatherface. Looks like Fame taking him out. Actually was able to come back from that one after coming out so low on health after taking down the Feral Druid. Actually so close so far. Quick interrupt onto Toffee Boy too, as Toffee just kind of charged at him. Just kind of ran at him, hit him with the CC, tried to get a cast. Spearhead strike to the face, or rather to the neck. I like that Mog, by the way. That looks really good. as like a vent-through Shadow Priest. That fits so well in Shadow Priest. That sits so well in him. Looking like a vampire, dude. It's actually so good. So good. Genna's gear 1, do you think so? Was Genna super geared? We actually can't see the gear differences when we're in this kind of mode for spectator. Fame Monster going for that end cap as soon as Toffee goes in for damage. It just bails out of there completely. Flash Cut is back up, should be able to catch up on heals, while Toffee still has a little bit of burst with Void Eruption. That's a lot of instant cast abilities that are available with Void Bolts. BDB's down for Fame Monster. Toffee not playing with BDB at all, just wants to go for Disperse. Better pop a defensive. Better to use a defensive to get down to low on health. We only had 6-minute mark, so dampening is super high. But still, we've seen way too many situations where you end up not popping a defensive, and you probably should have. Quick silence out of Fame Monster X with a Karma by Fame Monster. And that's going to be Diffuse Magic. Just actually, the Diffuse Magic goes on Toffee. Toffee trying to go for a Spell Reflect of his own dots, but he gets horrid out. Oh no! Fame Monster waiting for that Mind Games to apply, reversed it, and just kind of let Toffee dispel himself. And when you dispel yourself off of Shadow Priest dots, you get horrified. That's horrific. What he did to him. It's actually terrible. Actually, just biggest brain play when you think about it. He not only did you get free CC, he did the reverse. What is it? He did the Mind Games damage reversal, putting the Shadow Priest in a position where he can't do damage, can't heal himself, has to go for a dispel. That dispel is going to CC him, or just wait unless he has like defensive cooldowns, and he just didn't. Gotta be Jesus playing out that Necrolord DK as an Unholy Death Knight. We'll see how well that works out for him. Got his pet all amped up. Gonna be a bunch of pets into the big rip onto Fame, surrounded by the army of the undead. Quick like sweep in cap as Jesus goes for a trinket. Fame, I don't know how you had the reaction time of an in cap. How would you have the reaction time of that incapacitate effect as Jesus got the clawing shadows from a distance onto Fame? Yo, this guy is called, he got himself named Fame Monster X, and so far he's had some decent plays, but not really for too long. Today, he's got some real big plays that could maybe make himself a Fame Monster. Jesus. It looks so good. Actually, so good. Quick hit cap. Jesus taking a lot of damage. BDB down with his Zoenfist of Fear of Flying. Gonna be Ring of Peace, but actually ignores it with a Death Advance. I don't think he's running double Disadvance though. But he always feels like he always has it up whenever he needs it. Kind of nutty. AMS is up, sacrifices bets, summon a whole new one. There's going to be a bit before Apocalypse is back up. It looks like Mezzo, my man! Silence onto Fame Monster X, in cap onto Jesus with a spinning crank kick taking him out. We got a hashtag Mezzo, boys. For being a member for 5 months in a row. Thank you so much, my guy. Athelman, the last one left. On Team 2, 8 minutes, 9 minutes in a duel, 24% damp, but a big leg sweep by Fame Monster X. Atham doesn't look like he's sitting long at all. Ashen Hollow, hopefully everybody on Team Fame Monster doesn't just sit in that Ashen. Boys, you can reposition somewhere else. You don't have to hang out by the boxes, you can go to the other corner. Yeah, because you guys are taking a lot of free damage. If you guys want to go to if you want to back up away from it, that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. You guys need to take damage. I think Arthur just tried to force Fame Monster away from that pillar. Look how menacing this thing looks. I think this is what Ashen should do all the time, no matter the spec, no matter the class. No matter if it's a friendly or not. It'd be so much easier to see it. Blessing of Protection up for Athaman. As Fame Monster retreats all the way to the other side of the pillar. Got himself the wall with a bit of a shield up as well. Quick interrupt onto Vivify, but the Fist of Fury keeps Athaman locked out. As a Paladin got himself Hand of Freedom, played Team Mobility with it. Seraphim available. Could potentially be a big knockout slam for Athaman. But the Monk isn't even letting him play the game. Just hits him with an in-cap. Dashes over with a Serpent Kick. Quick Hodge by Atha. Still has the fire. What? Ashes? Big wreck. Does he have the damage though? Trying to make some damage happen. Judgment is up. BDB damage is up for Fame Monster. Looking to get some damage back into Atha. Athaman bubbles it just in case, just to make sure he doesn't just get one shot with the Bone Does Brew Monk combo, because that combo is just super giga strong. Quick headshot onto Fame. Got himself a Flesh Cut. Athaman has to fight right through it. Check his addiction on the Paladin. He has nothing left. Wait, does Fame? Oh my god, does Fame do it? Fame did the Monk Necrolord BDB burst. I don't know how you survive some of those games, dude. I don't know how you survive those. I think Athel would probably had an easy time if he didn't start with like dampener. Honestly. Very unfortunate. But yo, Pelor, man. Making plays, dude. Making plays, dude. What is going on, man? Big Monk 1v5. Is Monk 1v5 Australia? Monk 1v5? Nah. Monk 1v5, yes. Oh my god. Damn, dude. I gotta give him credit. Pelor has been out of the loop for a bit with duels, and now coming back, and look, you know, he's getting there. He's getting little by little. Crippers. What is it? Silnishi. No, I don't know Silnishi. Or Pelor. Crippers. He also called himself Crippers. Now it's like playing Monk, Fame Monster X. Same guy, Pelor, Crippers, all that. He's a pretty strong dude. Gotta give him that. Gotta give him that. Alright, Sentry and Taxi up next. Taxi got a full group. Sentry got a full group. We'll try, maybe we'll see how long this next one is. We'll try to see if we can get another one in there. Yeah, boys? I want to see my boy Athel play again. Athel is with Jesus, so I want to get Jesus in with my boy Athel. I need Athel to play again at least once. I think we'll give Crippers as many attempts at the games as we could. Maybe we'll do one more with him as well. Hey, how's it going? How long does it usually make rank 4 Lego? And what item mode do people usually want to see at the start of raiding trinkets? To start raiding things? Item level? I guess it depends. Like for normal, like 220 I think is good enough. It's not even the item level, it's rather like the right now it's about domination gear. So honestly, if you do your normal raids, if you just normal raid, you get domination pieces, put domination sockets in those, and upgrade those to like rank 3 or rank 4, you honestly can take that into heroics. Like you'll be fine. Like those sockets themselves, the bonuses are huge for heroics. Those are going to do so much of your damage, it's not even funny. So find out what's your best, purple or frost. In some cases blood, but only for pure single targets, so better go purple. If you're not sure, just go purple. It's just safe. Otherwise, yeah, just do that. It's starting in normal, and you can make your way into heroics. But the item level, like, I guess it depends what the pugs want, because we raid with our guild. But pugging, I don't know. Sometimes pugs have, like, unrealistic expectations, to be honest. Switch. I don't know. That's actually a good question. That's actually a really good question. What do pugs, like 240 for heroic? Even though you can't even have 240 while in heroic. 226, 230-ish or so, I guess. More or less, I'd say. But mostly, like, if you have your Dom gems, because those are going to be huge. Alrighty. SP first up versus Chokes. You already got the caster. Dude, look at that Magus. You know what? A Magus, a lot of people really think Magus is legit, but look at the damage he does. It's just a free damage. SP playing out that Necrolord Shadow Priest versus Chokes on that Kyrian Paladina. Is able to mount up, get some slams in there, got himself the... Wait, whoa. Since when do you have a steward with armor? I want a steward with armor. I got Appa. Appa doesn't wear any armor. Is that like you gotta choose one when you first make a choice? Because I kind of want to... Can I change a steward? Look at these guys. Look at the little small kids. Oh my god. Oh my god, boys. Gonna be SP with a little bit of mind control as Chokes, taking a little bit of free damage from the Siphon, just letting the Siphon do some damn. Hand of Freedom is up, so no slows onto the Pala. Gonna be SP with another pet, dude. Gonna be Kevin Slime Oozling together with the Magus, and hopefully the Magus isn't gonna just AFK behind the pillar. Is it trying to cast at him? Magus? Dude, Mage! What are you doing, Mage? He's just looking at him, he's just staring. He's like, what do you want me to do? Wait, you want me to fight the Paladin? But why though? Is he gonna try? That was almost useless pet, dude. That reminded me of like demonology pets before they gave him a brain. Jesus. Intro Hammer Justice onto SP. Chokes. Try to see if he can make a play. Big wings are up. Gonna be a shadow form or disperse out of SP. Before he lets the damage ramp up, you might as well use disperse. You might as well use it in order to deal with the wings damage. That is 2 minutes CD for 1.5 minute CD burst or 1.5 minute CD game reduction. It's pretty good. Check his malediction onto Chokes. Trying to stay with the Paladin as best as he can. He was going to build up the Necroc stacks quite a bit. Looks like Chokes just trying to see if he can fight through it as the Shadow Fiend keeps biting at his ankles. And SP got himself a silence together with the Necrolord damage hit onto Chokes. Should be able to maybe get the Mages some damage. There goes the mages, actually able to get some damage finally. Getting this blast in while the fear is up on the paladin with a mind control, but the mages stopped attacking as soon as the MC. Super unfortunate. Hopefully the mages actually get some damage in. Oh my god, again, he just barely got to play the game. What is going on? I don't like that. I don't like that, personally. Man, they really need to amp up. They need to make it so the pet just... I don't know. They need to make it a little bit smarter. A little smarter. Gonna be Aspie with the void volleys. It doesn't quite hit chokes. He was just right behind the line of sight, avoiding those volleys the best he could. SP with a void eruption, silence to follow, maybe CCA and chain to combine here, maybe potential something good. Choke's got himself wings. I don't know if it's a proc of wings. Looks like there was a proc of wings. Mind control trying to come into play. Looks like mind control goes through. No trinket out of the paladin. And maybe SP can go for even more pets from a distance. Looks like he has a mind bender back up. Could potentially make something work with a siphon rather than mind bender. Gonna be the caster pet. As long as he keeps the paladin out in the open where the caster pet is able to unleash the burst onto him, he'll be in a great spot. Hodge under SP has a disperse for it. And I think Chokes needs to maybe avoid these pets. Stunned as the siphon is blasted into him. Mind blast charging up for SP. Next time SP got a full set of pets, he needs to put Chokes out in the open. I know that line of sight of the paladin is probably the best idea, but if you put him out in the open, at least the pets can attack a paladin without having to worry about line of sight. Between Kevin, Slime, Moosling, between the mages, between the Siphon, as well as the what is it called? The one that channels and reduces health. Why did I forget that one? Out of all of them. Siphon, no. Mindbender, no. I literally forget. Mind controlling the paladin again. There's SP looking for a bit of a reset, a little bit of a reheal. Hodge, but the paladin with maybe a full set of wings. Does he get to do it? Does he get to go for the full dam? It looks like rival SP does go down. I looked at my phone for just a second, and that was the biggest burst out of the paladin. Blessing protection up. Wolf trying to see if maybe shackles through it. Did he already put the shackle trinket on a cooldown? I think he did, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did put his shackle trinket on a cooldown. Dude, that's so weird. I almost never use shackle trinket on any of my characters. Basically, I feel like you start channeling someone in line of sights and that's it. It's gone. You just can't press it again. Just doesn't. Just kind of broke. Just kind of weird. It's a really powerful trinket, but it's like very, very rigid in how you can use it. And Wolf just got plenty of pressure with all those pets just charging at Chokes. Shield Avengers up for the Paladin, but the freezing trap is going to separate the two. Wolf got himself plenty of distance. I don't think the Paladin is going to want to play out in the open like that. Yep, goes behind the pillar. The knockback trap keeps him out in the open. The death chakra puts him in a tight spot. He might just have to stay in. Potentially bubble out of Chokes. The pets just got so much pressure on this Paladin. Going to be a stun on the main pet or both of them. It was both of them. Hodge to Wolf. Another knockback set up by the Hunter and Chokes. At least able to create some line of sight. Still getting rampaged by the pets, but at least there's no Hunter in between to create some line of sight and just amp up those pets even more. At least for now. I might need to cheat out my duels mix. The song isn't bad, but I don't know if it fits the duels as much anymore. Flash cut is up for Wolf. As the Pally is still hanging in. Not a lot of defenses though, except for Bubble. He has one immunity. Stunned by Wolf, burning a trinket just like that. And Wolf just charging in. Death Chakram is up. Chokes might have to go for a bubble. Does go for the stun on all the pets. With a Wake of Ashes, at least one of the pets escapes the stun. And there goes the bubble. If only Wolf had a way to bust out of that bubble, then it would be in a good spot. Chokes is not in a great position. He might get to make a play at some point. No trinket for Wolf. He might just have to go for a Hodge somehow in a Hunter and just see if he might be able to one-shot him. Does he have the Globus available? Trying to go for big hammer plays. Big toll. Big healing right after. As soon as he sees Wolf go for a quick feign death. He knew that he needed to recover a little bit of health. Just a little bit. Aspect of the Wild is up. Chokes is kind of back against the wall. Maybe Shield of Vengeance is the only bastion of glory to keep himself alive. Wings are used in order to heal himself. Hodge, as the disengage comes out for Wolf. Quick feign death is up. Potentially Shield of Vengeance used here by Chokes. He needs holy power generation. He has the pet to keep doing it. That's going to be Death Chakram just blasting him. That blast is going to actually just split between all these pets. If any of these pets are nearby. It looks like the Wake of Ash is stunned by one of the pets. Wolf actually retreating, going for a camo. Is he going for a full reset? Not a full reset, just wants to make sure that he is at least able to recover a little bit of health. But it looks like the Paladin Chokes, he's actually at nothing left. no more defensives. The only thing he might be able to do is maybe get himself a bit of a setup onto Wolf with a Hodge, maybe Toll, Wreck. I don't even know if he's running Wreck, actually, to be honest. I'm not even sure if that's what he's playing. Looks like he's not playing Wreck. I think he's playing the one where Wings damage goes out, which can be quite a bit of damage on its own. It's going to be a Hodge as the Shackles comes out. Joe's taking a bit of damage. He's just really aware and really wants to be careful around that Beastmaster Hunter sustained damage. If he's out there in the open too long with a BM out in the open like this without line of sight, he's going to be in really big trouble. It's not a position he wants to be in. Wolf backing up completely, goes for a full flash cap. Just so far hasn't had really the drive, the gusto to just push into the Paladin, push into his lot, push into his plot of land, and just kind of run him off from behind the pillar. The Paladin, that's actually pretty good for him. The position he's in, Shield of Edge is back up, Wings available very soon. Maybe Blessing of Protection before the Wings, before the bubble. Wings are available, so he's got damage. Could potentially make something work. Wolf without a trinket though too, so potentially for Chokes this could be great. Wings are up. I don't know if it's real wings or maybe a proc. Hodge onto Wolf is going to go for a pet sack. Looks like Chokes trying to get as much damage as he can towards Wolf, and the freezing trap is going to interrupt him. The real wings have been used by the looks of it. Is he biting off? It looked like he was biting on like a spike of his shoulder just now. Did you see that? I'm not even sure what I just looked at. Wolf though recovered a little bit of health inside of the camo, just enough to get back to full. And I think Wolf just needs to at some point just push Ed Chokes. You just need to push into him before the bubble and bop are back up. The bop you could at least deal with, the bubble that'll be a whole another story. You might just need to push in, even though the Pally got a bit of damn. It looks like it's exactly what Wolf started to do, trying to kite him out in the open, letting the Paladin feel like, yo, you're almost there. You're almost touching me. You're almost hitting me with some of your finishes. You're getting me. Hodge, wait, potentially does Wolf have defensive? Pets are empowered. Beast Wrath is used and everything. He's gonna go for a quick feint death. Wolf is at full health right now, doing just fine. Chokes with Blessing of Protection back up. Might want to use it here. Blessing of Protection doesn't get removed. Trying to remove it, immediately removed. Fans got like 15 seconds of forbearance. So until then, he can't press bubble. If Wolf can just commit more damn, let the pets get empowered, maybe disengage aggressively, then he'll be in a great spot. Potentially Death Chakram available too. Chokes just swapping aggression towards the pets instead. Wolf trinking it out of the Hodge. Has the Bishop Wrath available. Chokes could be in a really bad spot. Does he have the bubble though? Does he have it? Could be big kill shot to follow. Kill shot as the Wings comes out. Oh my god, he just had to wait just a little bit longer on the forbearance, I guess. There's no way he wouldn't have pressed forbearance, right, boys? There's no way he wouldn't have. He is up next, trying to see if he might be able to totem down. Wolf just got to keep him in place with that totem, with that static click totem. He's going to keep him in place. Wolf did not turn attention to totem immediately. At least not from the start. As Ari got himself full ascend, ready to go. Big damage onto Wolf, cracking into him. Looks like turning attention towards the pets, and that's going to be one of the main pets down for Wolf. Not great for him. That's going to be Arky just swinging around the other side with Shackles and Malediction. Wolf does have a way to break it, does have line of sight. Going to be the Door of Shadows as Wolf goes for a feint death. Needs to get himself a fresh new pet. No Turtle Shell available. Needs to land a freezing trap onto Arky. But how is he going to do that? I guess he's going to do it just like that. I was going to say, how is he going to do that with the Earth Elemental? But honestly, it's kind of rough. And even though Arky ate it, he had a trinket. He was just there. Immediately, Wolves are up versus Wolf. That's going to be really bad for him. I think it's over, dude. There's no way. There's no way. 11 minutes into this duel, boys. 40% dampen. It's still a lot of people that get a chance to play today. Oh my god. He likes turning people to miniatures. What is his name? Horna Niana. Horn is up next. Wait. What is it? Did I say it right? Horna Niana from Chamber of Aspects. Horn is up next, boys. Sound the horn. The Feral is here. Eldred is here. Arky the wolf. Horn the cat. And a little bit of a... I was gonna say cat and mouse, but that wouldn't fit at all. That would make zero sense. Gonna be a big Shane Harvest though, but it looks like from Arky. Big blaster onto Horn with a wall up. Does he Barkskin on top of it? Potentially could. Arky trying to make sure he sounds his drops are low. Needs plenty of mana. Needs that Maelstrom to build up though. Needs a lot of Maelstrom. Big Thunder on the cat with a stun right after. Dude, go for a trinket. I think it might have been a quick and French regen. Thorns is up. Arky better be careful with that Thorns. He decides, you know what? I don't want to fight Thorns just yet. Another Convoke is up. He lives second Convoke. Does he? Oh my goodness, just waited until Convoke is back up. That's all he needed to do. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, that's all he had. Mamaka, is that going to be up next? Is Survival Hunter? Potential Talon Rice, the Pala? Or Roxy? The Sub-Rogue? I guess we'll find out who's next. Looks like it's going to be Talon Rice still playing the Night Fit, huh? Unless it's like an ult or something. And looks like it's going to be opener by Horn. Sounding the horn, getting the bleeds up in there. Talon Rice should be aware that this druid is a Night Phase. So, very be careful. Every single minute, the damage that the druid can do is going to be just out of this world with that Convoke. That's the only thing you really got to care off. Going to be the Blessing is up. Big damage onto Horn. Barkskin is up immediately. This man reacted as soon as he could. That was a massive big slammer jammer by Talon Rice. Massive damage out of him for a second there. Out of that Tempest Verdict. That must have had a Fey Blessing proc. A 40% chance to do 30% more damage is holy. That must have been a fat crit and a fat crit for the proc too. It's absolutely massive. Horn though is able to recover. Get himself a reset. Most likely going to be a Convoke opener. Is it? Convoke opener. Talon Rice trinkets out of it. Interrupting it immediately. So for Horn, this is perfect. Hey, next go. I can just open it up, get a stun, Convoke, and you're done. Talon though still under quite a bit of pressure, even though Convoke is no longer something he's having to deal with. Stun onto Horn is going to give himself some cooldown reduction. Potentially get some CDs back quicker. Can you get trinkets back quicker? Quick cycling by Horn, just looking for a bit of reset, keeping Talon Rice low. Is going to pop in the barrel from, get himself even more healing. 14 minutes into his duel. We are sitting at 58% dampening. And Horn and Talon, dude, next stun could be really deadly for either one. Talon Rice does have a bubble. Horn better have some kind of a defensive ready for this, because Talon got plenty of damage rolling up. So next bopper bubble for Talon. Looks like Talon's just going to sit in the corner, recover to full, and just got to take on the Convoke and maybe pop a immunity for it. I think it's about his game plan right now, because chasing after a Pharaoh as a Paladin, that could be rough. I think maybe picking up the Eye and looking for him, preventing the Pharaoh from even being able to get a proper opener. I honestly think that's the best idea, but he got himself a foolproof situation. He can't really get stunned when he's sitting in Consecration. Big lead by the Pharaoh, cannot quite get a stun. Does he go for the bash? Maim is up, Convoke is up with a bubble out of the Paladin. Horn turns tail immediately towards the pillar, trying to get the hell out of dodge. Talon Rice catching up to him. Immunity is up. There goes the Soul Shape. Stun while in bear form. He's just still going to try to see if he might be able to crack into it. Wings are up together with a Blessing of Winter, trying to make whatever damage he can happen. And Horn with a War Stomp and a Cycle Raft. And Talon Rice no trinket out of it. And Horn trying to see if he can recover a little bit of health. Frenzy Reach and at least going to catch him back up even a little bit with some regrowths afterwards. Talon did go with a big damage for Wings. And that also shows the cooldown reduction element that he's playing with too. The cooldown reduction of the Night Fae ability to get some CDs back a little bit quicker. It's actually pretty good for him. I do wonder if he might be able to get trinkets back quicker with that cooldown reduction. It looks like we reset again. Talon though back with a trinket this time. So this Convoke he's definitely going to have a trinket for. Unless Horn doesn't go for a quick big stun. Is it trying to maybe combine a Maim next? That's going to be Shield of Vengeance. This time he doesn't want to hit into it. Thorns was able to Belfort off of him. Potentially maybe a trinket out of Horn. Doesn't really see a lot of damage out of the Paladin. So he doesn't really see a lot of reason to pop a trinket just yet. This is going to be Talon Rice going for a bit of a reheal. Horn wants to see if maybe he can get an interrupt on him. Talon has a trinket for this. Does he go for it? Blessing of Protection instead of a trinket. Looks like he's just trying to make the hammer slam down onto Horn. It looks like Talon Rice just doesn't want to chase Horn at all. Maybe just out of mobility. But I feel like just him sitting behind the corner, eventually this game of cat and mouse, eventually someone's going to win it. But not committing and not chasing, not pushing for aggressive plays, might be what loses him potentially the game. Both immunities are done. Has a trinket. Horn just needs enough damage in order to blast into Talon Rice. Thorns is up. Trinket out of that Hammer of Justice. Talon Rice looking for a very defensive play. Just trying to Soul Shape out of there. Keeps hitting into Thorns and down he goes. Yeah, this is why I thought maybe he should have just committed. At some point, just commit all the damn. Big flanker strike onto Horn and Mamaka taking him out with Deedly. Dastro Warlock as an Necrolord. Wait, this could be huge. Wait, this could be some big burst. I don't think I've ever really seen Dastro Warlock burst as a Necrolord with a big Incinerates, but apparently it's massive. Apparently it's huge. No pet for this man, so is he playing no pet for a reason? Like a purpose? Maybe. Dropping down Infernal immediately onto Mamaka. Does not want to bust through the bonds of Fel. Quick Fear onto the Warlock, onto the Hunter, and Deedly going in for a Cataclysm. Chaos Bolt. Looks like Mamaka just ignores it completely. And I think D just needs to go for that Decimated Bolt at some point. Maybe even on the pet. Maybe on the pet. Big kill shots out of Mamaka. Is he playing Venthier? Mamaka might be Venthier. That Inferno is not letting him up at all. Random farm one side, Inferno on the other. You just can't really go anywhere. At least for the time being. Deedly. Seriously, Industrial without a pet. That is such a weird combo. That's a combo I almost never ever see. First aid off for Mamaka. Able to recover a little bit of health. 81% dampening. So this is going to be absolutely zero healing left for anybody. Indeed, get hit with a stun. Has a trinket. Could use it. There's going to be Dark Pact. But at this high dampening, it's not giving a lot of healing. With a wall rotated immediately. Mamaka just sees himself a bit of a setup. Just a tiny, look at this flesh cap. At 82% dampening, does nothing. Indeed, I guess he's just going to focus on transition onto the pet. Might as well. Maybe he could get the pet low, hit it with the Decimated Bolt, maybe get some kind of a CC chain onto Mamaka. Wait. Oh, he did swap into a pet. Okay, so maybe he... Did he always have... I don't think he always had a pet, did he? Mamaka's pet getting taken out of the dots, grenades flying in. Diddley does get the Mortar Coil and the Chaos Bolt. Wait, actually, he still made a Chaos Bolt happen. Wait a second. Wait. He almost had him. He actually almost had him. What? Mamaka Fane dead? Jax is probably like, yeah, that guy's totally alive. Yeah. Totally alive. Let me just finish you off real quick. At least he got the dots on the pet. Quick stun by Mamaka. I think he knew that Tags was going to try to see if he could get over there. Freezing trap to follow. I think Mamaka is over unless you have Feign Death. Feign Death? No. Actual dead. I'm surprised he'll live that. I am actually surprised, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, boys. Oh man. Roxy is going to be up next. Last one left versus Tagsy. Roxy, I want to say the X is a Z. Roxy and Tagsy, dude. You guys should play arenas together. Roxy and Tagsy. I mean, actually kind of cool. Death Pact Dark Pact does not shield you for anything. Rogue just cloaked your shadows just to make sure the Succubus cannot control him. Just wanted for full damage to Tagsy, who did not have a trinket anymore. And I think Roxy just got him, dude. Oh, Tagsy just left. I don't blame him, dude. 22 minutes into that game. That was a rough match. That was a long one. Chokes also had a lot, like a million healing. Jesus, that was a really long one, dude. I don't know what happened there, but that was a long one, boys. Absolutely the longest match of my life. I can't believe it, dude. It's happening to see you live. What's up, Muley? How you, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Justice for MM. Yo, MM actually not that bad. If you guys never played MM, like after the recent updates, which the buffs I've gotten, they're still squish, but they do damn now. They actually just have like the full rapid fire, explosive shot, aim shot procs combo. It's so good. MM Supremacy? No, I don't. Well, better than BM Supremacy, I guess. Actually, is it though? I don't know. What a match. That was a hell of a match, dude. Crimer. That was a hell of a match. Soul Kitty Soul Shape form? Let's go. Did you get the tiger one? Or did you get like the jungle cat or like the dark shore cat one, Kren? Because there's a couple different ones. There's a couple different. There's a tiger. There's a like a dark shore cat, which is one I have on my DK. And there's others. Probably got that one, right? Most likely. Where can I find Red Speed's talents? Yo, Read Speed. Yo, can Read Speed. I guess if you want to check out his talents, you could look him up maybe. Waited 2 minutes for that, 20 minutes for that. Yo, get I'm my man. I'm so sorry, dude. 90% dude, it was a long match. It was a real long one. Sometimes they just go that long. You know what I mean? Not much you can do about it. Honestly, not much you can do about it. So let's just take that long. Tagsy and I think it was Senshu just now that played each other, yeah? Just played each other. Palora, Goop, no longer around. Jesus probably no longer up. Healthstone healed you for 1.8? That's actually so low. Yeah, dude, that's so rough. When the game is that high in dampening. Yeah, when that happens, I feel like we want to pop your cooldowns and heals immediately before the game ends any higher damp, and then just do as much damage as you can. Do whatever you can. But Tagsy, dude, I really wish they amped up the dot damage in PvP for Afi Warlocks a bit. Like, that should be your sustained damage. Honestly, I feel like they should maybe make Afi less burst, more sustain. Just amp up their damage to be more sustain heavy, and then nerf everything that is burst about them. I think, honestly, they would feel so much better that way. You know? Because you guys have some burst. But, like, it's weird. It feels like it should be the other way around. Feels dampened, man? For real, dude. For real. But, hey, that's how the game goes sometimes. You know what I mean? Hey, can I join Pit Right? You guys are more than welcome to. I think we're going to be calling it here, though, because it's 7:12. I got to get some work done. I got to get some WoW videos done with all the 915 updates, dude. I got to talk about those, but also want to get some food and chill and relax. Now, higher sustain or higher burst, nothing dies. Higher sustain and higher burst? Yeah, maybe. I feel like higher sustain for sure, right? I feel like higher sustain for sure, because I feel like when your corruption and agonies just tickle, that doesn't feel that good, you know? But yeah, I feel like there's just Affliction Warlock ends up being a spec with just way too many casts. Way too many, like, hard casts for, like, the trouble that you give, you know? I don't know, just something about it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something about it is missing. PM Hunter, yeah, true. True. That's what I'm thinking. At least like something gotta be buffed. As we need some good dots, DPS to be honest. I feel like Shadow Priests have dots, and their dots do a bit of damn. But I feel like Shadow Priests just do so much like single target focus damage with DPs and with Mind Game, or playing out the dot build with the Necrolord with that summon pet. I feel like Shadow Priests have crazy good CC, and they actually have pretty decent damage. Like, yeah, their dots don't do a lot of damage, but like on multiple targets, and like whenever the Mind Blasted DP, the ghosties end up cleaving quite a bit. Like, their cleave damage is really not bad, because I don't know, DPs and all that already do quite a bit of damage as is. Please, one more. I gotta get some food at some point, you know what I mean? Been fun, my dude. Love the stream. Up, see you tomorrow. Get those deals going. Let's hit some up next week. Yeah, sounds good, my guy. Sounds good. Yeah, PTR next week, boys. PTR next week should be pretty fun. Gonna be checking out everything that's new. It's gonna be super cool, making videos on that. But yeah, boys, thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate you so much for joining. Remember, Fridays, EU duels. Saturday, duels for NA. Tomorrow, same time, doing some duels with the NA boys. So hopefully you guys will be there to hang out with the boys, to cheer them on for some duels and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. Mezzo, my guy. Let me make you super wide, extra wide mezzo. Boys, have yourselves a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching. Big updates on the channel for 915 coming up very, very soon. And I'll see you guys on next stream arena. Alrighty, boys, take it easy. Peace.